think we're doing it live.
All
Fuck
right.
it, we'll do it live. It still hasn't showed up for me yet, so.
All right, as soon as it does.
There it is. There it is.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to I Am Games, the most on-brand and on-time show on
Not
Twitch.tv.
the most on brand right now because I didn't. find my
Disgusting. I'm on brand. He's the red man.
shirt. I'm gonna aim that camera down just a tad.
Disgusting.
We were so down to the minute today.
Yeah. You were making dinner. I was making art. I was making the next I Am Games release. It is nearly complete.
Well, let's go ahead. So today's plan is that we're gonna try again at Mega Man 11.
Correct.
And if it goes too horribly, if we can't do anything within an hour, then we're just gonna jump ship and go to another game.
Should we say why we're going to jump ship and go to another game?
Yes, because Ben Saint is gonna come over tomorrow night
For the
and-
midnight stream.
Yes, for the midnight stream, and he's going to beat this game for us
Yeah.
because Ben is apparently very good at Mega Man.
Apparently Ben has beaten all of Mega Man Zero.
Yeah.
Like the entire series. Like the hardest of hards. The biggest of dicks.
You should get it started here, man. We're looking at a menu screen right now.
You were playing last. I don't know what the fuck we're doing.
It's just in. Okay.
Yeah. I don't know where you were last.
I guess I just got pissed off and stopped playing right here.
I guess you did. I don't know what you have any of the controls set to, so I guess I can't use Rush Jet.
Robot
We have
Jigoku.
full
Robot
life, it's
Hell.
fine. Alright, we're on Blockman stage again.
Yeah, so Blockman Stage. So I went and played a bunch of this after the last stream. I was playing for like 3 hours. I still couldn't beat any fucking robot in any levels. But I did figure out that this stage is easy as shit as long as you just, use the time travel thing or time control. Like this part right here. First of all, jumping will make you go faster across this because you're not being pushed. Now activate time, and then you shouldn't have to do more than one of these. Like
Unless I keep fucking
unless
with the
you
jump.
are not jumping.
Like I
I
keep
don't know
doing.
what you did there. I don't know how that happened.
I don't know either, but I'm pretty sure I'm gonna. Oh, it's because you have the controls different. I'm trying.
Well, I didn't change anything.
I didn't have circle as dash. I had down and X.
I didn't have circle as dash.
Or not dash. The slide. Circle
I
is
didn't-
slide.
I didn't change any controls.
Oh, all right. Well, I don't know what happened.
Not since the initial. Oh, you know what? You're on a different file. You're not on our file, so you should probably log out because you would be constantly charging your shot if you were.
Right.
This is so I experimented with trying on both beginner and casual mode just to see what the differences were.
I'm gonna. How do I get out of here?
You're gonna want to go to
Exit?
exit. No, actually stage select, and then from there you can go to you can quit out to title.
I like how the touchpad
Or
on this
click load
controller
game.
has just become another button.
Yeah. So
Oh.
load. Yeah, that's the one. That's us.
All right.
That's our guy.
We haven't saved yet on this one, I
No.
guess. Okay.
Yeah. All right. I thought something was weird. Something was up.
All right.
Hope the mechanics aren't ignored this stream. Oh, get fucked. First of all, no mechanics were ignored. I went back. Okay, so I went back. I played for 3 hours. I figured out everything about the game, and it changes
how to be good at it.
nothing. Well, okay, so I unlocked every single fucking thing in the store. And yeah, you can buy a bunch of items and shit to make the game easier. Okay, look, you have to understand, the reason that the shop is such an infuriating mechanic is that what makes the game maddening is only, exclusively, the lives system. That is the only thing that makes the game such a pain in the ass. Everything else is fine. You can use the slowdown to just trivialize challenges, and it just makes you feel like you cheated.
That was
Like,
gay.
all the things that people were saying, like, oh, you're ignoring the mechanics. All the mechanics do is make the game easier. None of them are necessary. None of them are anything you have to do. And when you make the game easier, it just feels cheap. It feels like you're not even playing Mega Man. It's like, what the fuck is the point? The only reason the game is so frustrating is that when you are trying to learn a new challenge and then you die and you get sent back way the fuck far back because the levels are long as shit and the checkpoints are super infrequent, it just makes you want to die. Like,
And you will.
and that's it. Otherwise, the game is completely fine. But, yeah. Are you guys gonna play the Fist of the North Star game after finishing Mega Man? Is it supposed to be good? Because I really would like to if it is good. Because
We are games. We should know.
yeah. Well, I like the game. Looking at stuff for it, it looks like it could go either way. You know, IM Games is a new venture that is starting to become slightly profitable. However, it's not so profitable that we can constantly buy new games.
No.
Tom's wallet has already taken a major hit just buying. I mean, you were gonna get Spider-Man anyways.
Yeah,
so,
that was fun.
But you also paid for this game, a game that
this.
you knew you would not like
I got
for the
Mass
sake
Effect
of.
Andromeda. Got that's all we've bought so far, right? Did we get something else?
No, I think it's just those three.
No, because Shinobi and Time Splitters we already had.
I mean, I paid $15 for Crosscode, but I mean, I love it,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
I would gladly pay $15 for it.
All those sick business deductions. My wallet's biggest hits have been getting all the equipment.
Make the game easier. So you're using the actual mechanics the game is giving you, huh? Almost like Capcom intended it that way. I mean, they intended it to be accessible to people who don't like, you know, who aren't good at Mega Man. My point is that making the game easier doesn't make it more fun. It makes it's just as infuriating because the only thing that is aggravating about the game is the live system. I don't care that the game is hard. I don't care that I die to the boss 80 times. I care that it's that I get sent back if I die 3 times. And like the game has moments where you can't really tell what you're supposed to do at first, and so you try to experiment, and then the game punishes you for experimenting because if you get hit and die while you were trying to figure shit out, then you go all the way fucking back! And so you're like terrified to even try anything, to try to figure out what the fuck to do. So I made it to Blockman. I made it to the end of this stage and I was playing by myself. And I literally died to him 3 times in a row because I just like couldn't figure out how to not get hit by him. Like I couldn't figure out how to get between his legs without getting hurt. And then, you know, I was back at the start of the stage and I was just like, well, I don't want to play this game anymore, you know? Like this is just infuriating. I just want to learn this one challenge and now I got to go through this long ass fucking stage again. And if you happen to just like fall into a pit because you missed a fucking pixel perfect jump, it's like, well, now I have less lives to fight the boss with, so I might as well start the fuck over, you know? Like I might as well just game over myself right the fuck now. And yeah, that's why it's frustrating. It's literally just that, in my opinion, anyways. Because I don't mind hard games. I like I enjoy difficult precision platformer games. I just like when they let you start right over, you know, like on the screen or maybe a screen back, you know. I love Super Meat Boy. I love Gianna Sisters Twisted Dreams. I love fucking... If you use the time control power here, there will not be time for those to fall. Yes. And it's like, it's obvious that anybody who was like good at the game, like anybody who was like a serious player would not use any of those other things. Like they would not bother going to the shop and buying shit because they can beat the game without it. They would not bother using the time control mechanic because they can beat the game without it. So it's, unless they were trying to speed run, you know, in which case it's like use whatever's at your disposal, but it just means they made speedrunning a trivialized challenge compared to what it would have been. So it's like, this is not how to make the game more engaging for people who aren't good at it, you know? And I dare someone to prove me wrong about all that I just said. You fuckers. Alright.
Do you want to tweet about the stream?
Yeah, I probably should.
Or I can tweet for you if you want to sign in. Or if it's on the laptop.
It's not on that laptop. It'll be easier for me. I'm already on the channel.
No! Fucking. I'm not good at this game. I spent all that time getting life, and then I immediately slipped off the platform.
Yep.
This is a very good game for me to play. It's just teaching me exactly what I don't want my game to be. So, it's good.
fucking left my music on and like it's just loudly blaring right beneath it. Do you want to? Go ahead. It is kind of obnoxious. I doubt the stream is picking it up or anything, but it's just annoying me. Did they beat a stage yet? We beat a stage on the first live stream, yo. We beat Sparkman. I think. Yeah. All right. You're going at this section all wrong.
Well, I mean, I haven't played it for 3 hours like you have, I guess.
Believe me, I didn't do it all on one stage. I was switch. Some of the stages are. All right, switch off. Here, you can take the chat. I have not really started engaging them at all yet.
All right. Except for yelling at somebody who said we suck.
Yeah. I'm not mad at him for saying we suck. I'm mad because they keep repeating this thing. Oh, are they going to ignore the mechanics? Ignoring the mechanics? I'm like, shut the fuck up. Those aren't mechanics.
I mean, I guess technically they're mechanics. They're just not great mechanics.
I don't... to consider it a mechanic to just press a button that makes the game easier is like...
Someone asked you if you're going to do something like Anime of the Week this season.
No. This season looks terrible, and...
You're just going to do Sword Art, right?
Yeah. Like, the thing about Anime of the Week is that I picked a really bad season to try to do it with last time because, like, there was just nothing I was really excited to watch. And the same is true of this season, so... Oh, shit. Well... Alrighty. What about you, Tombo? You gonna watch any anime?
I don't even know what's coming out, so... Maybe I'll watch Sword Art to laugh at, since you're gonna be watching it anyway.
There's the slime anime.
The slime
The time
anime?
I got reincarnated as a slime.
Yeah,
Oh.
up your alley.
God.
I already read the manga of that, and it was, you know...
People are already shitting
whatever.
on it after one episode came out.
I didn't even know there was an episode out.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yesterday.
the manga was not even... Like, there was nothing wrong with it. It was just like, well, here's another one of these, you know...
Are you gonna do finish or fail eventually?
Maybe. I don't know. I have no plans. All I know is that there's a 4-part Steins Gate Zero video coming soon. Because that's all I spent yesterday doing, was writing an hour and a half worth of Steins Gate Zero video.
Jalen H. just subscribed with Twitch Prime.
Hey!
Hell
Welcome.
yeah.
Welcome to the club of cool people.
Freeze153, who is a subscriber, asks or says, "Not sure what you meant by the power-ups trivializing speedruns, since power-ups all just bring you back from death or give you health. Shit speedrunners won't be using anyways. It's only meant to take the stress off for beginners."
I'm talking about the time control power-up. Because there's a lot... I mean, it's not technically a power-up, but you know what I mean. The mechanic of the time control. Like, literally, the time... Like, the ability to speed up and slow down time just makes the game easier. Like, you never have to use it. It's not mandatory for any challenges. The game is not, like, built around the idea that you need it. Like, these enemies right here are made easier by using that attack, but these have been in all the Mega Man games, and, like, you can beat them without it. You don't need it. The only reason to use it is that it makes it easier. So, like, if you were playing a speed run, there's moments that, like, will just be easier if you do it, so, like, why wouldn't you? Like, it'll take less time, so you might as well do that. So, yeah, it just makes speedrunning an easier task, and, you know, if you are a speedrunner, you're not gonna just ignore the shit that's in the game, you know? I mean, maybe you will if that's the nature of the challenge, like, if that's the, you know, what the world record condition is or whatever, but, yeah. I'll show you exactly what I mean when I get to the part that Tom was stuck on, or just having trouble with, rather. Because, like, that challenge is wildly different if you time your future control. Or, I don't know why I keep calling it fucking... It's not time travel. I've been watching too much fucking Steins Gate.
Yeah. I just keep fucking up with the tiny window of like jumping in one of those, and I keep clipping on it, and then I waste too much time. And then
yeah,
I get
if you
fucked.
get to that third one, it's oh my god, I hate this fucking mini boss. I'm not very good at the type of challenge where you're meant to like split second figure out where you need to be to dodge a thing.
Someone says that those enemies, the circle ones, have never been in a Mega Man game. What are you talking about?
Those guys in the wheels? There's guys just like this.
They apparently, in all caps, these have not been in any Mega Man game. What are you talking about? There's 4 messages.
Oh. Well,
Yeah.
I've definitely seen those guys before. I don't know where. They're not in X?
They barely played any Mega Man, as you can clearly tell.
I used to watch my friend play a lot of it because my friend Donsan's like god tier Mega Man X player. Like the type of person who will just like speed run the game once every couple of months just for the sake of it, you know. Get into a Mega Man kick and beat all the games in a day or some shit. Anyway, Tom, what have you been up to today?
All I've been doing is editing the next Iron Games video.
You sound dead. You sound out of it. You sound like your world has collapsed.
Editing is the worst thing. I said on Twitter, it's the creative equivalent of pulling teeth, and I just abhor it immensely.
Well, that's kind of why part of the conceit of this channel is that you normally wouldn't edit the videos, but you got inspired to make your own Doom video unrelated to what I was doing.
Yeah, so I was like tempted to like go on Fiverr and have someone edit it, but I'm like, that'd be so much money. Fuck it.
So I don't understand why the site is called Fiverr, but you can charge more than $5 for things.
I think the conceit was originally it was 5, but then as it got bigger, you could charge more.
At that point, it's just a fucking just pay for service of whatever.
And then for a while, the gigs were supposed to start at $5, so you had to offer at least $5, but you don't have to do that anymore either.
All right, so at this part, you're really just meant to like, and then it's just over.
Okay.
See what I mean? That it literally just trivializes some of the challenges. Like, it's just not even a challenge. You just turn on the time. Fuck! Should have done it right there as well, probably. Well, now you saw me do it, so now you know what to do, and you can hand me back the chat there.
This game is...
Tom is dead already.
So
the stream has just begun.
So unfun.
Have either of you heard of the weird official Brazilian Mega Man comic where Roll gets kidnapped and forced into child prostitution? No, I haven't. That's hilarious.
Whoa.
Tom, how did you not read that? How did you not see that in the chat and feel the need to read it?
Because I was watching you get the time right on the platform chat.
Well, they are rolling enemies in X, but completely different. Doomer suffering.
Speaking of Doomer, don't we have something to show off right now? Because I still haven't seen it.
I don't know. Ask Mark.
Would you want me to wear it?
It's
I'll put it on.
up to you. You don't got anything out of it. Digi child prostitution is hilarious, bro. I mean, it's hilarious that happens to roll in an official Mega Man comic.
That's pretty funny.
If you don't think that's funny, what? No, it's. Now that's funny. No, what the fuck is the thing that he says? The stupid redneck comedian guy.
I know what you're talking about, but I don't know exactly what it is.
Larry the
I
Cable Guy.
was never really into it.
You can just switch spots with me if you want. Show it up. I'll go over there and enhance the video feed to be bigger so everyone can see. Alright, this is the new shirt.
mic arm's in the way.
Yes, the mic arm is completely blocking your face somehow.
That's good.
You gotta throw them tassels out of the way. So
Yeah.
Whoa. That actually does look pretty sick.
My Doomer hoodie.
It's pretty weird that something I just put together in Photoshop like 3 days ago is now on an item.
You guys can see it, but it's fucking really comfy.
Doomer.
Rep your Doomer pride.
Screen so they could definitely see.
Be like, ah.
Alright.
It's too hot to wear it right now.
Hear that? According
That's
to Mark,
the new.
it'll make you hot if you wear it.
Yeah, there you go.
So if you want to be hotter. Oh, that was a bad call.
Hell yeah. Thank you, Mark, for advertising the Doomer shirt.
Oh, hi, Mark.
I love that shirt. I will probably get one myself. Phoenix 019 says, I know boomers and zoomers, but what is a doomer? It's in the middle of those two. The boomers are anyone before a millennial is a boomer. Anyone after a millennial is a zoomer. The doomers are the midsection in between, i.e. millennials. So it just means millennials. I think particularly it's like late millennials, like the younger part of the millennial generation, but the meme spans basically anybody who's like 23 to 30 right now. It's already a dead meme, so now it's just our thing. So it can be whatever we want it to be, I guess. So I'm just gonna say it means millennials.
Somebody
We're taking it back.
Mark's a girl, and I'm a demi boy.
Yeah, Mark is a demi boy. That's a new gender we found out about today.
Demi boy.
Yeah, demi boy.
Alright. I'm intrigued.
Thank you, Foxbeard. I don't care who you are. That's funny.
There we go.
That's what it says.
Should not be just waiting. Oh, this
Is a doomer better than a boomer? Absolutely.
The tiers are doomer at the top. I don't know, boomer or zoomer, which is better? I guess zoomer. Zoomer has like the fortune of being young and able to improve.
As we put it on, I don't remember if this was on a live stream or what. Or maybe this was on PCP. When the new PCP comes out tomorrow, we go extensively into the whole doomer thing and
Indeed.
explain it in depth.
Yeah.
But
oh, come the fuck on.
Yeah, it's like that. It's definitely like that.
Wow. Yeah, this is the worst game ever made.
It just sends you so far back, and you're just like, you're instantly demoralized. You're
Like-
just like, well,
I want to play some big rigs over the road racing right now. That's what I want. Everything.
So
about-
have you beat any levels yet? Yeah, we beat Sparkman. We beat Sparkman last time. Unless you mean on this stream, in which case, no, we've only been going for like 20 minutes. And you should know that it took us 3 hours the first time, so...
I mean, there's no chance we're beating this without Ben.
Yeah, I was kind of thinking, like, on the off chance we prevail through another stage and we, like, kind of figure things out and get good, maybe there's a chance, but, like, I think our best bet is going to be having Ben Saint come and save us tomorrow night.
I mean, there's one... I mean, the best we could do probably in this stream is beat one more level, and there's still 6 or 7 more after that.
Yeah.
Including the Wily Castle stage. So it's just like, it's not... This ain't that.
I mean, typically, it's not really, like, the game doesn't truly begin until the Wily Castle stage.
I don't even want to hear that. Unless it gets significantly more fun, I don't want to hear that.
Ghibli cast Porco Rosso when? As soon as I remember to schedule the damn thing.
So something I'm just now understanding about... Oh, what the fuck? This time stop power is that, like... I thought it just slowed everything down,
Uh-huh.
including you. I didn't, like, put 2 and 2 together that you still move at normal speed. Therefore, I was just like, oh, it gives you more reaction time.
No, it's literally a make the game easy button.
Now I get it.
Yeah. So now you're just inclined to use it constantly, right? Like, you can use it to, for instance, use those blocks as platforms pretty easily.
I mean, I
stuff
could.
like that. There's rooms where that really pays off. But, like, again, like, all it does is make the game easier.
Are you fucking joking?
Watch Ben be shit at this game. There's almost no chance that Ben won't just wipe the floor at this game because the controls are the same as any other Mega Man game. So, like, I'm thinking we're going to watch him do it with, like, 0 continues or some shit.
I'm pretty confident that we will have this game beaten within 2 or 3 hours tops if Ben's here. With single-digit deaths, if any.
If I Am Games become successful, do Tall Tales and Digibrony become alicorns? Sure.
Yeah.
If that's what you want.
I mean, if that's what's going to motivate him to give us more money.
Wasn't Digibrony already a fucking alicorn princess? Whatever.
If this is going to motivate him to give us more money, by all means, tell him anything he needs to hear.
Oh, apparently the reason that you move at normal speed was not originally a thing. That's one of the upgrades we bought.
Oh, that's probably why I'm like, because we didn't have the upgrades when I was playing.
Right.
So this is stupid.
Right, literally all of the stuff just makes the game easier. It's just like, hey, have
like I don't even feel good about having this power. Oh well, I'm dead now for sure.
Yeah. Especially because none of it's helped us. Like, we've got all the fucking power-ups, and none of it has helped because we just can't learn the new challenges.
Here's the thing. This game is hard, maybe, or just, like, doesn't agree with either of our sensibilities and, like, it doesn't line up with our TISM wavelength, whatever. Yeah. I don't know. But the thing is, like, I play hard games, and as long as they're fun, the hardness is frustrating but not demoralizing. This is hard and awful. That's my stance.
I've had moments playing this when I'm like really concentrating, where I really get into the groove and I actually like it, but as soon as I die, it goes out the window.
Kappa asks if the controls are smooth and the game is well optimized. I would say yes. The controls aren't really the problem. It's that, like, the precision required...
It's... Okay.
...dials everything up a lot.
So, this is one of the stages I played a lot of last night. And most of this stage is very easy. However, there are these fucking... there's, like, lots of fucking spike traps and shit that can kill you in one hit. And so it's like you can just blast through most of the level, and then at the very end, just be completely fucked.
I mean, isn't that just telling you, like, the game is telling you for this level, buy a bunch of the spike and pit items to prevent that?
I guess so. I guess that could be the case.
I mean, like, that's not really gameplay.
I don't really know how to use those items.
I think they'll be triggered automatically if you have them in the in your inventory.
Is that the case?
I believe so.
I'll try it if I fucking fail on this run.
If. That's cute.
Well, when I fucking fail on this run.
Let's just be real with ourselves here for a second. No reason to set ourselves up for disappointment.
See, like, these spikes, you'll just instantly die.
Right.
It's like, there's already the challenge of that you can't touch certain surfaces or else get hurt. So it's like, why couldn't it just be that? Why does there have to be literal instant
Here's
death?
the thing, dude. Here's the thing. All right. So with this game, right, the level's infuriating. Designed infuriatingly. I was watching because I finished working on my game for a bit yesterday. Working on it for a couple hours. And then before I went to bed, I started watching a bunch of videos on level design, just kind of give me some ideas going forward. I'm nowhere close to designing levels. And someone broke down a level of Shovel Knight. And Shovel Knight is how you fucking make a level. So they made a vertical level in Shovel Knight, and every time you fall a screen down, because like there's pits everywhere, the pits take you down to the previous screen you were on, and every screen is designed in such a way that if you fall from one above it, you're already pre-lined up to be in a safe zone in the one below it, so you only ever go back one screen. And it just keeps forcing you to get better at each screen as you go. So even when you fuck up, you just learn how to do the ones before it better. Because, like, it's always... The whole level's designed to have safe spaces that stack on top of each other. was fucking brilliant. I'm like, that's what this game needs. It needs not to be gay.
Yeah. Pretty much.
It just needs to be Shovel Knight.
Pretty much, yeah. Pretty much, yeah.
Let's just play Shovel Knight. I don't even have Shovel Knight. Never played it, but I want to now. But it looks fucking cool.
It looks cool. I would like to play it sometime.
I bet it's better than this.
I am attracted to Shovel Knight because while it's probably closer to Mega Man, it also reminds me of Castlevania, and I like old Castlevania. There's another game that is really hard that I like a lot, though I did play it with save states, so there's that. And I never beat it because the fucking death boss is impossible. So here's a screen that makes me want to kill myself because
I think you're going to.
If you just think, okay, let me just fall down to the left, there's spikes right there, and of course your natural falling arc will just put you there, and there's no reason you'd know about it. Now I guess you're expected to just think, okay, there's a gap here, so let me be cautious and fall down, but like, you're not likely to think that the first time in the moment, you know? And it's like, you get punished so hard for it that, like, let's say that was your last life and you go all the way back and you're just like, well, sure is a fun game, you know?
Yeah. No, I hear you. I hear you, my dude. I don't know, man.
Get away from me! Get away from me! Motherfucker.
Not playing out so well.
That was a Doomer reference there. For sure.
Oh, I think tonight after the stream, I'm gonna start designing the Ninja Suffering T-shirt. I have an idea for what I want.
Do you think we should do Ninja and Robot Suffering?
Yeah, we should do. I mean, Robot Suffering is probably the secondary one because no one's been saying it as much.
Fuck. Oh boy.
But
anything going on in the chat there, Tombo?
What do you think of Steam as a service? I think it's evil.
What's wrong with Steam?
Steam is just... Everyone is throwing their money away with Steam, including me. It's bad. We're all stupid. Eventually, Steam's not going to be around anymore, and all your games are going to be broken and not work. It's going to be great. Yeah, Ninja Suffering is way funnier, but it's not really appropriate here. We're just talking about making shirt designs in general. Did they beat any levels after Sparkman, Electroman, whatever man? Nope. This is why you pirate games, I agree. But I don't think this is on PC, so I don't think I could have pirated it.
Really? They didn't put this on PC?
I don't think so. It might probably get a port later. A lot of game companies do that. They'll like
just because they don't want people to steal it.
Probably. I mean, Monster Hunter came out 6 months later on PC. Oh, I guess it is on PC. What the fuck do I know? It's not cracked yet. Steam just got really bloated. Like, I used Steam back in the day when it was just for Valve games.
Fuck.
Oh, because you have, like, the super high jump arc underwater, so if you tap too much, you just... Everything about this game is ass.
Well, I think, and this is just kind of the way Mega Man is, and I can see this being why, especially why you don't like it, is that a lot of the game is like a lot of the skill is about being like cautious and it's like don't use your abilities, you know, like, oh, here's the challenge is like don't jump, you know,
right,
and stuff like that. I'm not explaining it well, but I think you can probably get what I'm saying.
This plays to like my biggest pet peeve in the world, just wasting my time. Like, if I have to keep constantly redoing things, that just infuriates me. And like the only way I can get past that is like if it's really fun to do, in which case I don't feel like I'm wasting my time as much. I just get to do something fun again, and it kind of mitigates that feeling, which is why Shinobi for most of the game, like, that game is so fun to me that even though I had to keep doing the same thing over and over and over again until like the last stage, 8B and the final boss, didn't bother me too much. This game is not fun, so every time I have to keep redoing the same 5 minutes of my life over and over and over again, it's just the 5 worst minutes of my life over and over and over again.
I don't hate it as much as you do.
No, I don't think you do. I have a big foot. Is my foot in view? Sorry.
You can say, what is it like blocking your face or what?
I think it's just because I'm at the edge of the fisheye. It's probably making it
like
look
was
bigger
somebody
than it actually
complaining about
is.
your foot being too
Someone
much?
just said you have a big foot, Tom. I am like a size 13.
Well, I mean,
so-
you're a giant man.
Yeah, I am 6'3". Digi, have you ever watched the original Hunter x Hunter TV series?
No, I know that it looks like prettier than 2011, but
He says it doesn't have the ant arc, but the
Right.
parts it did was a lot better.
that's a pretty common sentiment. Fuck! I can't believe I made the same exact mistake twice in a row. Here you go, Tombo.
I don't even want to do it right now.
I want to eat my food.
Fine, you faggot. So what's on the menu? I wonder if your food's in frame right now.
I have no idea. I can show it in frame.
Because you said neither of them's chicken. I just automatically assume everything is chicken.
This is tonkatsu, aka fried pork.
Some fucking weeb shit, of course.
No, it's just deep fried pork. With
Then why did you say deep fried pork? Why'd you have to use some Japanese shit I don't give a fuck about?
Fuck, which one's that from?
It's from Metal Gear Awesome. Talking about piss and shit. You're talking about Japanese cartoons I don't give a fuck about. Hey, sorry, bro.
We can just sit here and quote Egoraptor all day, and that'll be the Mega Man.
God, remember when Egoraptor was a cool guy and not a faggot doing exactly what we're doing right now?
You realize that Egoraptor does tons of shit, right?
I realize that he's not doing sequelitis, and I don't care.
Sequelitis.
You know what I want Aaron to do? I want Aaron to take all the money that he has right now, and I want him to just make an animated series. He's done it. He's famous enough. He can hire people to do all the grunt. Just make an animated series and then voice act in it. That's what I want.
Yeah, I know he's mostly into voice acting. Like he said before, like animating is like not like he's like, you know, as much as I do enjoy it, but like at the same time it's a huge pain in the ass. Whereas voice acting is just fun, you know.
Yeah, that's why I'm saying like all the grunt worky stuff he doesn't even really have to do anymore. But I would love, even if he just did like keyframing or just like designs or something or storyboard. I just really like his animation work. It's great.
Yeah.
And I wish there was more of it.
The Game Grumps did make that that fucking weird dating sim game.
Oh yeah, the Dream Daddy.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not really into that, but
I mean, either. I guess
credit where credit is due.
I still respect Egoraptor as a content creator because I appreciate that he is still working on stuff, and a lot of it is just stuff that's like not
your thing.
Well, not even just that, but like not necessarily on his channel and shit. You know, like not stuff that is.
I didn't even assume he had a channel. I figured Egoraptor was just dead.
I mean, it still occasionally will have like a Starbomb music video or some shit, but like.
Does that even count though?
Like I feel like because of the way that content creation is like has been, especially with YouTubers, it's like anything that's not like posted to their YouTube or their Twitter, you just like kind of don't really think of as having happened, you know? It's like if I can't go to the videos page and see it there, then it doesn't feel real, even if that person does like all kinds of other shit totally unrelated, you know?
Yeah.
I feel like that's kind of the case with Egoraptor, is that like he turns up all over the place, and he obviously is like working with other people on
he's
shit.
Busy. It's hard to keep track of all that shit. You know?
And it's hard to perceive it as like, you know, as him doing shit, but like it's just because if you're a fan of him as an individual personality, like you, not as somebody who contributes to work, but like you want his original statements, but like I don't know if he's as interested in making those right now.
I don't think he is. I mean, he doesn't have to anymore. He's in the position where he can just rely on all that other shit.
Right, but I mean, I wonder how he feels creatively, because like I know for me.
Oh, get fucking fucked! I was trying to get back on the other platform.
No, you can just fall to the left and you would have been fine.
This game sucks. You know what? Do you ever have like a friend back in like middle school where he'd try and like say something to goad you and then he'd be like, haha, you're faggot. You know? Like just be like, man, I really hate X band. You're like, yeah, I don't like that band. He's like, ha, I love that band. You're gay for hating them. Some dumb shit like that.
Yeah.
That's what this game is. This game is that. Is that friend. I use friend very loosely. Here's a platform. JK, there's spikes, faggot! That's what this game is.
By the way, the water does not hurt you until it turns green.
Yeah,
I don't know if you do that.
I did, but I don't know. This game changes the rules on me. Maybe it's not. I don't fucking know. Who knows? Shit's a mystery, dude.
Digi, your DS3 Bloodborne comparison video keeps popping up in my Rex. Do you still have those thoughts about them? Yes. It wasn't about Dark Souls 3, though. It was just Dark Souls versus Bloodborne. And, yeah, I mean... Why? Are you asking because you're, like, afraid to watch the video in case it's something I've, like, denounced? No, it's still good. I don't think I have any videos up that, like... I don't think I have any, like, main channel videos where it's like, whatever I said in it, I do not feel that way anymore, you know? Like, at worst, maybe my score has changed for something, but, like, I can't think of a case where, like, I just fundamentally disagree with a video I made that is still up, you know? Is there anything like that?
I don't really think so, to be honest. Can't really think of a video that I've put out that I'm like, yeah, I totally disagree with that now.
DJ, I have a big problem. I cannot make out 75% of the lyrics on Scrollback. That is intentional.
Oh. I don't know why I jumped instead of duck.
I assure you they're not particularly deep. It's nothing you need to, you know... Just sing along whatever you think it sounds like.
Oh, Jesus!
Even consider the idea of using the time travel power here.
I'm gonna use my Reading Steiner.
Yeah. That's also a lyric in one of my songs. Reading Steiner, check the liner notes, all that shit they wrote. On my song where I use the Steins Gate OP as a sample.
Didn't you just do that recently?
Yeah, that's the song I'm talking about. It's called Hack In.
Do we have any fucking,
God, Steins Gate Zero is so fucking bad. I can't wait till my videos start coming out. You're gonna be like...
I don't know if I even want to watch it. Like, I was excited for...
The videos or the show?
The video. Because I was excited for FLCL just because... Because, like, I knew it was going to be bad, but I had hopes for, like, more Steins Gate. Because I love Steins Gate. And now I just have to see it get raped, and you're saying it's, like, canonically affecting shit.
I mean, I would say
ignorance almost seems like a better position.
I mean, if you decide to just ignore Steins Gate Zero, as you should, then it won't affect the canon, you know?
Yeah, but, like... The fact that I have to, like, put an asterisk on it, that's really the thing that sucks.
You know, I don't even think you... There's only really, like, one thing it does to the canon that is egregious. Like, I mean, if you think of it as this is what actually happened in that other universe, then it's retarded, but it doesn't really affect anything because that other universe is irrelevant anyways, you know?
I guess.
And, like... A big part of the point that I make in this video is that, like, Steins Gate is not a carefully crafted sci-fi story. Like, it has... Oh, I don't think I ever fucking made it past that mid-boss, because I don't remember this. No, wait, I must have, because I remember making it far in this level. Well, I have no idea. This doesn't look familiar, though.
Everything about this part seems really gay!
Well, you didn't die because you had iframes, so that's cool.
It's nice. Remember in Sonic 1 where iframes still didn't save you from getting hit?
You should just use the time travel. I think that's gonna be the only hope.
Yeah.
In this room.
Everything. Oh, Zero. That good.
Yeah, that good feel.
The feel of like this run doesn't even really matter.
But yeah, like if you just were
Oh God. For some reason, I'm still being pushed back, even with.
Yeah,
the
I don't
time
know what
powers.
you're really meant to do here. I guess just jump really high.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Just try jumping really high and going for it, I guess. Yeah, that seems to work. Yeah, anyway, like Steins Gate is not like super carefully crafted. There's stuff that it just doesn't want you to really think about, but like the way that the show, the way that it's presented, you wouldn't think about the stuff that you not supposed to like. It's presented as goofy from the beginning. It's about a phone connected to a microwave that fucking creates gel bananas. Like, it's not meant to be like a super serious sci-fi story. But then when you get to Zero and like it tries to flesh out some of that stuff, and it's really embarrassing the way it tries to do it. So like, I just don't think the original show ever considered the idea that you would actually give any thought to that extra universe. Like, the explanation for what happened in that timeline could have been as simple as, like, Suzuha took off and then he came up with the idea of what he could have done, and then spent 20 years coming up with time travel technology so that he could send that message back. And that's it. That's as simple as it could have been. And that basically is what it is, except that there's this other hackneyed side plot. And, like, and just ruining...
Oh, get fucked, you piece of...
Ruining Ashi's best character moment in the process.
I'm going to get maybe a beer.
Yeah, you need a beer? You want to turn on the AC? It's kind of hot in here.
Yeah.
It's getting steamy.
I'm
gonna...
Not in a good way. Not in a digicurious way. I'm feeling gross.
Guys, just dropped the game. Already no one on the internet cares about it. Switch to Shovel Knight. This is just a waste of time. We don't have Shovel Knight, so...
No, I'd have to go buy Shovel Knight.
But we can switch games. I mean, we know Ben's gonna do this for us tomorrow anyway.
If we don't even want to change the PS4, we have Bloodborne, Guilty Gear XR, Wolfenstein 2, Horizon Zero Dawn, Steins Gate Zero, Nier Automata.
Why don't you just bring the camera over there and show them?
I'll just do that while I'm getting food. Tell me when it's all on screen. We can pick a game. This is our games.
Okay, hold on. I have to make the screen bigger.
Alright, do it.
See, this is the kind of shit you'll only get on IM Games live streams. This is why you have to come to our... This thing is fucking dead.
The camera?
No, this fucking... Oh, never mind. I got it on. I had to turn it off and on like 3 times.
Well,
okay.
I mean, it was $5
just point it right up at the PS4 games. Like, get up close. If those are going to be our options.
I mean, we can play anything, I guess, but PS4
Alright.
would be the simplest.
So here's the PS4 games. Give us your votes on what you think we should play while Tom goes to get food. And also I eat in silence while you all make your votes. Alright, you guys do realize that if we play Nier, Tom has not played any of it yet. And we are not going to be able to really hear the cutscenes. So, he's going to have no fucking idea what's happening. Now, granted, I've played the first few hours. I know there's nothing super important happens in that time that he would need to miss. So if we're just going to play the first couple hours of Nier, it could work, but... Alright, now literally everybody is saying don't play Nier, just because I said we wouldn't be able to hear the cutscenes. Okay. I'm seeing some votes for Doom. Definitely we talked about the... I mean, we're about to have a Doom video come out, so that would probably be a good idea. A lot of Guilty Gear. A want to see Did You Rape Bloodborne? I'm not that, like, I'm not amazing at Bloodborne. Like, I can play it, but I mean, if you watched the Digi and May do Let's Bloodborne series, then you can see about how good I am. Particularly when talking. I kind of want to see Steins Gate Zero because Steins Gate Zero vid coming out. Well, I mean, it's a visual novel, so that's not happening. Bloop doop or I'm unsubbing. I do not listen to demands of terrorists. That is, by the way, one of the lyrics to Scrollback for the other guy who was asking. I do not listen to demands of terrorists, bitch, Scrollback. I'm seeing mostly Guilty Gear with a little bit of Doom. I'm kind of scared because I know Tom is probably way the fuck better at Guilty Gear than me. He could play single player though. Why does Twitch bypass my ad blocker? I don't know, man. They're good like that. Your ad blocker might just have it whitelisted or something. You should look into it. We're getting the most votes for Guilty Gear.
Really?
I assume because they want to watch us both fight each other. Other than that, there's a lot of Doom.
PS4 controller?
I mean, I have one.
Oh.
So, yeah.
Man, what if they made us play Final Fantasy 15?
No one suggested that at all. At first, they were all suggesting Nier, and then I told them that we wouldn't be able to hear the cutscenes, and everyone was like, "Don't play Nier." And then it became mostly just Doom and Guilty Gear. Well, so a couple people really want me to do Bloodborne.
I'm down for whatever, dude. I do not give a fuck.
Didn't Tom say he's not actually
other games for other platforms?
Yeah, but we'll have to like redo all the stream shit. Alright, make a decision, Tom. Guilty Gear or Doom? What would you rather play?
I feel like I can go for both. Do you feel like
Guilty Gear is probably the most requested in here. Like, that's the one people are really going for. People are saying no Nier, only Gear.
I guess everyone should know I'm not great at Guilty Gear. Okay.
Yeah, someone said, didn't Tom say he's not that great? But, like, that doesn't mean that I am any better. So it doesn't mean that I won't get my ass kicked if we play together. I guess we'll have to put chat in between us. Mark, are you reading the chat, right? Kind of. Well, you don't have to if you don't want to. If anything funny happens. Curious to see how bad Dishy is.
People are like hyped for Doom.
At FGS.
I'm counting.
Are they more hyped for Doom or more hyped? Alright, right now, every single person in the chat, post whether you would rather watch Doom or Guilty Gear right now.
Go!
Well, I mean, there's lag time in the stream, so.
They'll get a nice hard go.
Alright, here we're going.
1 for Guilty Gear, 2 for Guilty Gear, 3 for Guilty Gear, 4 for Guilty Gear, 5 for Guilty Gear, 6 for Guilty Gear, 7
I'm seeing
for
some
Guilty
Doom.
Gear.
It's mostly Guilty Gear. There's
Okay.
definitely more Guilty Gear than Doom. I think they want us to play 2-player because they want to see who's better at Guilty Gear.
Oh, well, I mean, have you played XR at all?
Yeah.
Okay.
It has Slayer in it, and that's all that matters.
Alright.
Alright, let me go get my controller.
Will you get me a beer, fam?
Alright, what kind?
The only kind of beer that's in there.
I didn't see any beer in the fridge. I don't know where it was.
It's there. You just didn't look hard enough.
Well,
It's on the side.
don't judge me, Mark!
I'm judging you.
Fuck!
If you can't find the beer, you're too drunk to drink.
I mean, I haven't had any beer today.
It's fine.
I haven't had any booze in years.
Naturally high blood alcohol content.
Drunk on life, arbiter on life. Shout out to that, if anybody gets that reference. I appreciate you. You want a hug? Yes. You want a hug from me? Yes. I'm so uncomfortable right now. Shout out to RB and the Chief. It was my old jam back in the day. Shout out to Huel, the greatest drink of all time.
Just said Doomer shirts are a fraud.
Hmm?
Somebody in the chat said the Doomer shirts are a fraud.
Why? Elaborate.
No explanation.
Oh. I mean, they are available. Unless they got taken down as well, in which case, we quit Spreadshirt forever. They took down the JoJo meme shirt again, and they cited, and I kid you not, too personal, this design will not sell. And I'm like, I have people clamoring for this shirt! You don't tell me that it's too personal. They're like, this has too much personal information on it. I'm like, JoJo meme! How is that personal in any way, you stupid robot?
It sounds like a name. It's somebody's name.
I don't know what to do, man. This is the world we're heading towards. Artificial intelligence that aren't intelligent. So if the Doomer one's down, then I just give up. We're moving to Redbubble. Back to Redbubble. That's where we were initially. Start some Revelator. I think I have...
We have 2 PS4 controllers. Made myself a mixed drink since you were having
You should have got Tom a beer.
Oh, I thought he already had one.
I didn't know where they were.
Oh, we only have 2. They're in the door
It's fine.
of the fridge. Do I have to plug this in to make it on?
Maybe? I've never tried to plug it. Does this even have battery? Probably not.
No, it probably needs to be plugged in. Do we have a long one of these boys?
I mean, we could probably just plug it into the laptop. It just needs power, right?
I don't know.
I don't know either.
I think it needs to be plugged in the first time in order for it to connect to the PS4.
Mm.
Do we have any micro USB around?
Not one that long.
I mean, just like it has to be plugged in for like a second so that it can make a connection.
Good games.
Just games.
You go white with the afterburn.
That's actually kind of cool. That's like the
I
stealth.
need just
one.
any
Yeah,
cord
it's like-
like this. Where can I find such a...
There's one in my room.
Oh yeah. Iron Games in orange. That's the only way to go. Ew, what is this color?
Yeah, I think there's something happening outside.
What?
There's like some kind of ambulance or something at the neighbor's house.
Maybe they're getting taken away to the mental hospital like we.
It's gonna be when we nut so hard tomorrow that we die because Ben beats Mega Man.
Maybe somebody tried to swat us and got the wrong address.
You know,
They wouldn't have ambulances.
yeah, they would.
No.
They said that they've been abusing you, Mark.
Oh no. Oh,
What is this
no.
bullshit?
I was just like making myself okay. Yeah, this thing definitely does need power.
All right.
So, but you said I could just plug it in.
Maybe? I have no idea. I mean, technically it should be able to. Oh, also, chat, question for you guys. Is there anything coming out or is out on Xbox One
Best
that
guy
you'd
ever
be interested in?
here.
What's
Our
up?
boy, best guy ever?
Yeah.
Bestie boy himself?
Now
The
we're
best
gay.
guy to my
Now
worst
we're
guy?
the gayest stream on Twitch.
Yeah, well, this seems to be indicating that it is charging now,
Okay.
but it does not seem to be indicating that it's connected to the game. Go to battle and see if I can do anything.
Alright. Did you? I sent you a text about this, but of course your phone never works.
No,
so.
I saw this text actually just right before we started the stream. I don't think it's worth any money to own a Xbox One.
Okay. Because we can
'Cause
get one
there's-
for like $200
There's
off.
nothing exclusive to it that is worth playing that I know of. Did that get on you? Sorry.
Oh.
To get on the laptop.
Whenever I want to like smile, I just type in worst guy ever into Google.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm glad. I'm glad. One of my big things for wanting to get
This looks
swole.
completely different from a regular Xrd.
They just changed the menu colors. That's all.
Because I have Xrd sign. This
It's
is
exactly
regular.
the same. They just
Alright, well, get into the thing so I can find out if I can fucking even use this controller.
versus battle config.
Why is
confirm.
there so much information? Alright, so I'm not... Maybe if I... Please. I don't understand. When I plug it in, a soft, warm light begins emitting.
Yeah, that means it's charging.
Right. But it won't let me,
It
because
maybe-
it's plugged into the computer, I think. It is interpreting itself as part of that world.
Oh, I don't even think that's. Is that real? Is that real life?
Let's see.
Might be.
Okay. I'm going to try something.
Well, now that we have it up here, just put it on the when we're done. Put it on the actual charging thing that I bought. Somehow charged it through the headphone port. Oh yeah, there we go. All right, we got some.
I was already at this point before.
Okay, we'll just leave it there.
The
Just,
problem
just
is
stand.
that when I unplugged it, it instantly turned off because the battery was dead. But now that it's got like 10 seconds of charge.
All right, all right, all right.
No.
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 They got some
What's the
proprietary
charging
USB
deck
shit
thing?
going on, huh?
What's the charging deck?
See it right in front of you, right in front of you, right next to the PS4.
That thing?
No, no.
That thing, right? This thing?
No,
that's a
that's-
switch thing.
this-
Oh, this thing.
You just take this controller, and plug this shit. If you want to charge it, you just take it by the little bottom part, and push down, ching, and now it's charged.
Okay. Well,
I guess we're gonna play arcade for a little bit.
yeah, we'll just watch Tom beat games for a little bit while I wait for my controller to work.
You gotta update the game on the screen.
All right, we are playing a different game now. Who
Yes.
dares to
Oh,
enter
yeah.
the
Update
mayhem?
it to a gay porn.
I mean, that's basically what this is.
Yeah.
Okay. Is this Rev 2?
It is.
So many fucking revs.
I'm waiting for Rev 3.
Okay. Sunset Overdrive? Yeah, that's not enough for me.
I want to play Sunset Overdrive MCC, Master Chief Collection, because I want to play Halo 2 online again. That alone is like up there for me at 60 FPS. Hell yeah. And then, what the fuck? There's something else I was thinking. Oh, Killer Instinct. I know it's also on PC, but I guarantee I can get it cheaper on Xbox.
Fox on the Fur says Sunset Overdrive was Sunset overrated. I didn't even think it was well rated.
I thought it was underrated. I thought it like reviewed really bad, but there are people who say it's good.
Yeah, I mean...
I mean, I like
I-
all their other games.
So, when we were talking about, when we were covering Spider-Man, we were talking about how great the movement felt in that game. Someone was like, yo, the movement in Sunset Overdrive was already badass and like, you know, whatever. And then I looked up footage of it and it seemed totally unsatisfying and boring to me.
Oh,
So
okay.
I was
Well-
like, that doesn't look fun at all. It was basically just Infamous. Like, it was the same kind of like...
I mean, that's kind of what I expected.
Yeah, but like you move... It's weird because it kind of controls like a third-person shooter. Like you know, like an over-the-shoulder kind of... Like, not like pulled in over the shoulder, but like, you know... I don't know how to describe it, but like what I looked at did not look... It looks like really nice to look at. Like the graphical style is really cool and the atmosphere is cool, but like just the way that it looked to play was just like, oh, this looks like an open world game with like a little bit more in the way of traversal being fun, you know. Kind of reminded me of like the rail systems from Ratchet and Clank and shit. You say I like all their other games, but surely you don't love all the other Ratchet and Clank games.
No, I don't like all of them. I like the good ones.
Well, you know. You ever play Spyro?
No, but I want to play Spyro when the new ones come out.
That's right.
It's another cheap game.
Yeah.
It's only $40.
I kind of want to spam play Undertale, but it seems rude, so please just pretend that I'm doing that. We've both played Undertale.
I love Undertale. It's like literally one of, if not my favorite game.
Well, there you go. Jam has different colored panties depending on the day of the week. Dude, we found out that the fucking Mega Man game has different, like, items in the shop depending on the day of the week, and also different prices and stuff.
Wow.
Very bizarre.
I'm more impressed by Jam having different colored panties.
Yeah. No, it's absolutely
That's a little detail. That's why Arxis gets...
Ratchet Deadlock underrated. I agree. Ratchet Deadlock is great. It's a great co-op game.
I have a bunch of like the PS3 Ratchet games. The first one that came out for PS3 sucked. The second one was pretty cool.
What were Digi's SATs score? Did you mean
SATs.
SATs? But it's got a capital S. at the
What
end.
was your Saturdays?
I don't think I took the SAT.
How do you not have taken the SATs?
You had to pay for it.
You did.
Yeah, but you also like have to take it to like graduate, don't you?
No, you don't. SAT is just for college prep.
I don't know about that.
No, dude, you do not, like it's just so that colleges can see your score and be like, "Oh, we want this guy."
God, another thing I didn't have to do
Every-
that
You
everyone
should
told
take
me
the
I had to
PSAT
do.
though, right?
You do have to take the
'Cause my
PSATs.
school,
The
like,
practice
forced you to
SAT?
take the PSAT.
I might have. I don't know.
This is basically me versus Digi right now.
Like except that Slayer's doing nothing.
That's how good I am compared to you, dude.
We'll see. We'll
No,
see what happens when that
I
controller's
doubt it.
done fucking.
I don't remember.
How long does it take to charge on that thing?
I don't know. I usually just throw it on there and keep it on overnight. I've never like observed how long it actually takes to do anything.
Have any of you seen Black Mirror?
No.
Me neither. I can't believe you've overtaken Nate's average view count. We're only at 86, man. We were at 120 on the last stream.
Yeah, back when people still had faith in Mega Man 11 and us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, there's only so much you can do, man.
Tom, have you seen BoJack Horseman season 5? They're already 5?
Yeah, I want to. I just haven't gotten around to it yet.
presume
I was telling
you-
Digi, you gotta mentally prepare to watch BoJack. It takes a lot out of you.
I mean, I've seen the first season.
It just keeps getting better.
I barely remember it because I watched it in one sitting while drinking an entire bottle of wine.
Oh yeah, you told me about this.
Yeah, and I was pretty shit-faced by the end. And then I stared at myself in the mirror because it was like 6 in the morning, and I was just staring at myself in the mirror, listening to Death Grips. I break mirrors with my face in the United States, and trying to decide if I was gonna break a mirror with my face in the United States. I had to talk myself out of it.
Somebody asked if you watched Dropout, the hentai.
I have not watched
I love
Dropout, the hentai.
Dropout.
You like Dropout,
Yeah,
Mark?
I like the manga more.
Which one is it? What is it about?
It's about a girl who is in school, but like if you suck at school, you have to become like a public toilet.
Oh, I see.
What the
But then
fuck?
she did it willingly, and then she like has her boyfriend fall. It's like, yeah. It's
Yeah.
all about degradation.
It sounds like one of those ones. Hey, would you
Just mark
consider
into
playing and
degradation.
making a vid about Earthbound? Possibly, but I feel like Earthbound was really well covered. Like most of what I know about Earthbound is because Happy Video Game Nerd had like a 30-minute video about it. You know about him, right? Or Spooky Skeletons Save. I don't remember what he's called now, but he used to be called Happy Video Game Nerd, and he did this long ass video about Earthbound, just like explaining why people like it and the whole history of like the fan petition to try to. That was hot. This
Yeah.
girl's a vor girl, and I like it.
Ramlethal is
You
best
missed her
girl.
get like come out of like a fucking mouth tentacle.
Yeah. Her
thing.
like
it was fucking
cloak
sick.
is like a mouth, and it's
Oh, that was her cloak.
yeah.
Oh, that's fucking awesome. She's literally vor at all times.
Ramlethal is best girl.
She's. I never cared about her until that moment. Yeah, she's hot.
Or boys.
I'm not even into Vor. I just like dark skin
Did you
girls.
go people watching on YouTube? It's like a wholesome version of BoJack. That's pretty funny. I mean, it's true that every YouTuber I know relates to BoJack Horseman. But I kind of fall into the camp of people who sees BoJack as, like, just kind of, like, obvious. Like, people are always, like, talking about how the show is, like, such a, like, amazing portrayal of depression.
That's
but
not
I'm
what
just
I wanted
like,
to do.
yeah, it's just, like, literally how I feel and think when I'm depressed. Like, it doesn't feel to me like it's making something interesting out of that. It just is what depression is, you know? But, I don't know. It's hard for me to put it into words because I only watched the first season. Digi is disgusting. Vorfrick confirmed. Should have known that by now. Is Mark still grinding hard at the Final Fantasy games? Mark's not trying to beat them all in like a tight amount of time. It was like 6 months between doing 2 and 3, so...
You'll be done in about a decade.
Right now, Mark is playing a Toho Pokemon game. Not Tohomon, but what's it called? Toho Puppet something?
Toho Puppet Shards and Dreams. It's on 4chan.
Toho Puppet Shards and
4chan's a
Dreams.
game console
Still
now.
on the Otaku board.
The JP board? You mean the Toho board? Yeah, it's basically Pokemon, but with Toho characters, and, like, it looks just like Fire Red, or I guess more like Ruby and Sapphire. I don't know.
No, why would I talk?
It's, you know, it's a
Why would you do
GBA era Pokemon game, but with Toho's.
that? Oh, okay.
Why are Digi and Tom not eating Doritos again?
I didn't go out and buy some. I was going to, but then I decided to edit the next Iron Games instead.
Yeah, I was too. I ate dinner. I ate a real ass dinner.
Unfortunately, we do eat real food and not just Doritos.
Yeah.
If Doritos sponsored us, that could change. You know, just throwing that one out
If
there.
anime
Doritos
is a Japanese
corporations.
colloquialism, then what are games? I am games.
Yeah,
Games are us.
that should be the name of our shirt store. Games are us.
Digi said in a video that he comes from a Guro household. Indeed. And he just didn't explain what he meant by it.
Seemed pretty self-explanatory.
Yeah, I thought so too. To be honest, you have to have a pretty high IQ to understand BoJack Horseman.
You have to have pretty low self-esteem to understand.
I love the pretty high IQ meme. That's the best thing that came out of Rick and Morty season 3. Okay, since you keep asking if I plan to do a video on UFO Table, maybe. Obviously, the fact that I haven't said anything about it means I don't intend to say anything if I was doing it.
Oh, that didn't work.
Did you guys hit up Ben? He talked about beating Mega Man 11 for you. Yes, that's why we're not playing Mega Man right now, is because tomorrow night Ben is going to come over and do it for us because we suck ass and we hate the game. I honestly enjoy playing the game. I just can't stand the live system. I cannot stand going back so far and having to start over, and that the only way to abate this issue is to just go to the shop and buy shitloads of lives. And even then, if you lose all 9, which we did many times, then you're still fucked. You still go back to the beginning. I just don't understand why that level of punishment is necessary, because it's not fun in any context. Like, I appreciate that if you're really hardcore, you want the feeling of having, like, bested this amazing challenge, but, like, it makes no sense to me that casual mode is not just literally the same game with infinite lives. Like, why not? Why is that not a mode? Why are there, like, 800 fucking power-ups that make the game easier, but not just a mode that gets rid of the live system and that's it? Because that would be all I needed to beat the game, you know? I would not give up. I would not give up on any boss. I would just fight the boss until I beat it.
Right. It would basically be Dark Souls at that
Yeah.
point. I mean, that's why I didn't give up on fucking Shinobi. So
Right.
just keep going.
What is the best era for 5 of the most known anime studios? That's a very complex question you're asking me. Madhouse, probably the late 2000s. Kyoto Animation, probably... Well, I don't want to pick them. Madhouse would be the late 2000s. Production IG would probably be the mid 2000s. Sunrise would be like the 80s. What's another of the most... Shaft would obviously be like the late 2000s, early 2010s. What's a 5th anime studio? Tom, is there an anime studio you can name?
What's anime?
Can you name a single studio? Mark, can you give me a
Trigger.
5th? Trigger. Well, their best era would be the last 5 years, since that's the only time they've existed for.
I didn't even hear the questions.
Pierrot, probably the early 90s. They're the ones who made Yu Yu Hakusho, right? I think so.
Oh god, I'm getting fucking steamrolled.
They should just do like
No.
X5. Why?
Embarrassing. Lost the computer. Potenkin's always a bad matchup for me.
Oh yeah, Digi, I used an inverted version of the instrumental to understand the lyrics to Value Orgy, and now it's my almost fave from Unknown Tape. Do you mean that you like just reduced the like just took out all the high end, because that's like the whole song is high end? That's interesting. I'm glad you like it. Can you tell that it's like 7 different characters? It's like it's meant to be a posse cut. And if you want to know who all the different people are, you just gotta look at the album cover really hard, which nobody seems to have done yet. There's a whole feature list on the album cover. Now I'm just giving you stuff because you've worked so hard already that I feel you've earned it. Have you guys seen Jesse's Rap Cypher? Yeah, I watched it. It was fun. I think like my part in the Rap Cypher I think is untouchable because it's perfect, and the only reason that anybody would not think so is that they don't understand the references, because it's like got a lot of pretty deep high level anime references strung together. In just the fact that I say bastard love child of Demon Bane and Lambda Delta wrapped up in the pelt of Arceus is enough to make it the greatest possible rap cipher. It's untouchable. Anime rap cipher, I mean.
Why do I keep... I think my controller is like low on my leg, and I keep taunting instead of doing what I want to do. And I mean, Mark...
Gainax,
get fucked. Get fucked, Mark.
Late 90s, early 2000s would be Gainax's best era, obviously. Tom ain't going to EVO with these moves.
No. Not at all. It's a good thing I don't give a shit about that, otherwise it'd be bad.
Tom, your favorite character in Guilty Gear?
To play as, or in general?
It doesn't say.
To play as is Kai. Even though I was, back during RadCon, I was learning Ramethal, and that was pretty fun. But I just don't remember anything about it at this point, because I had just gotten Rev 2. In terms of just, like, lore-wise, Chip is hilarious.
Spicy Salts, what is the meaning behind Digi's shitty album, ***? Get fucked and die. That's what it means.
It's a good meaning.
Guys, serious question. What is the meaning of life to you personally?
Fuck money, get bitches.
Yeah, get money, fuck bitches, smoke tree. Also, to to crush your enemies and hear the lamentations of their women. Is that the line from Conan?
I believe so. To find a purpose. That's the meaning of life. It's not happiness. Happiness is fleeting and gay. True art, true purpose requires suffering. So find something that's worth being in pain for and pursue it with all you are.
Did you beat the whole fucking thing?
I mean, it's just arcade mode.
Is it just easy in this game? You remember trying to beat arcade mode in Guilty Gear X2? We had to fight Eno at the end.
Yeah,
it's like impossible.
Rev 2 does not have a brutal Eno level boss, thank God. Eno fucking EX, whatever the fuck it was, with the stupid unlimited specials that you had to like dodge perfectly. That boss was so much easier as Chip because he has 3 jumps, so you could easily just jump over everything.
Digi, are you still on the no weed lifestyle? Yes, but only because they still haven't fucking opened it here. Like, it's legal in Massachusetts, but they haven't opened the shops yet, and I don't know anybody here who sells weed.
Digi's new to Massachusetts, so he still thinks that like laws and like things are just gonna change quickly and not gonna be constantly.
Yeah.
Like we're gonna be 5 years from now, we're still gonna be waiting. Like, don't bank on that.
I mean, if I could find somebody who would sell it to me, I'd buy it immediately. But I
gotta start
don't
growing,
have any
dude.
connection.
Just gonna start growing.
They are technically making it legal to start growing. Where the hell am I gonna get seeds?
I don't know, man. I've never smoked weed in my life, so I wouldn't know anything about any of that.
You will. Don't worry. Compress, decompress is meaning of life. I suppose. Alright, well, I guess the controller's probably charged enough by now, right?
Should be okay. Hopefully. And if it dies in the middle of the match, I get a huge advantage, so no real downside for me.
Alright, LA Sports Arena, are you ready to rock? Well, then let's get it on! That's a reference only for me. It's not a reference anybody knows.
That's right, I made an Arby and the Chief reference earlier, so...
I know Arby and the Chief. What was the reference?
You want a hug? Yes. You want a hug from me? Yes. I am so uncomfortable right now.
It's been a long time. Did you watch that guy's other videos? Like his parody videos? Like when he would do like dubs over game cutscenes and shit?
I think so, yeah.
Because the Dead Rising one he did is like... how do I be Am?
Hold on, maybe hit something now?
I don't think you gotta do that.
Versus?
Yeah, there you go. There you go.
I didn't pick Versus, I picked Medals of Millionaires by accident.
Who dares to enter the mayhem? But there's one where it's Mega Man goes to Willamette, where it was like he dresses himself up as Mega Man in Dead Rising and like just like voices over the opening cutscenes. There's a part where this old man like sees him and he's like, "Oh, it's Mega Man! My grandson plays all your computer games." And I think about it whenever I think about Mega Man. What is the difference between technical and stylish?
It's stylish. It just does all the buttons for you. It's baby mode.
Oh, well, fuck that. All right. Let's see how it goes. Tom's had a little warm up.
Yeah, not really a fair match, so I can't really claim any victory here.
But we'll see what happens. Oh, my controller's talking to me. There we go. All right, I know the controls now. Shit, fuck. This might not be the most exciting live stream to listen to, incidentally.
Yeah, it's gonna get a little quieter, I suppose.
This is what you guys wanted.
This is what they wanted. This is what the people
I don't
wanted.
know if they thought about it when they asked for it, but...
Oh, God.
Oh, did I win? Okay,
Good.
It was kind of unclear there.
You just cornered me good.
My battery is already level low, so...
Well, I mean, could end this pretty quick, so... I don't know why it's playing Chip's theme right now from Guilty Gear 2. Oh, shit. Oh, that's gonna hurt.
God damn it. Make Tom play Dark Souls.
Oh, God. If you want to hear me, like, really get fucking pissed off, which I guess maybe they do after that Shinobi stream, but...
Somebody asked if Kai was a girl or if they're gay.
You're gay, dude. You're a fucking gay boy, dude. You're a fucking gay boy, dude.
Join the club.
Yeah.
Tom, which is worse, Mega Man 11 or Dark Souls?
Oh, God. It's tough. I haven't played enough Dark Souls to say.
Really? You've played less of it than Mega Man 11?
Yeah. I just knew instantly. I was like, this is ass. I have no intention of continuing.
Fuck! Well, alright.
We got a besties trophy for killing each other.
This is probably a bad idea to do this for the live stream.
Yeah. Shit.
Should we switch to, you want to watch me play Bloodborne?
I'm down.
Or would you rather watch me play Bloodborne or you play Doom?
Ask the chat.
Alright, chat, what do you want? Bloodborne or Doom? Give it to us right now.
Doom.
That's the same guy twice, though.
I'm seeing a lot.
We do have a bunch of Transformers games.
I'm seeing mostly Doom. I see one, Bloodborne. Blood, Doom, Doom, Doom. Blood, Blood, Doom, Doom. Blood, Blood. Tom Bloodborne, not happening.
I beat the Blood-Starved Beast.
Spicy Sauce just keeps quoting my rap over and over again. Doom, Doom, Doom.
Well,
Doom, Doom, Doom.
I'm gonna go pee. That's gonna be what I'm gonna do right now.
People only seem to want Bloodborne if you're gonna play. Nobody wants to watch me play Bloodborne.
Oh God, I mean, I'll do it, but I won't.
Do Tom and did you play?
No, there's more votes for Doom even than that.
Bloom. Shadow of the Colossus.
You guys ready to see Tom get fucking stomped at this game? Teleports behind you, literally. Whoa, that's new. Or at least I've never done it before. Yeah, whoa, that's fucking sick. That's a cool move you can do that I didn't know about.
I've already got what disc am I putting in. Hey, wait
I'm thinking Doom. I'm thinking it's gonna be Doom.
Are you beating me up? Man, what if I could have come back from that?
You fucking get me with the 13 consecutive parries.
Oh my God, I wish. That was like a real con. Such a good video. Are we doing Doom or Bloodborne?
Doom. We're definitely doing Doom.
Well, I mean, it's fitting considering that's the game that's coming out.
Yeah.
Or the video that's coming out, I mean.
I figured we'd give Guilty Gear a try. But then I remembered, oh yeah, if we both play, then no one can talk. Especially if we're trying to win.
Well, we're working out the kinks of live streaming, you know. I got this copy of Doom for $5 from Redbox. Whoa. Yeah.
How? Does that mean you just stole it?
No, like they just like wanted to get rid of the game because they had to make room in the Redbox for more stuff, so they sell those games on the way out really cheap.
Well, how do you get in on that?
I don't know. They just sent me an email randomly, and I was just like, I wonder if there's one of the Shaws near my house, and there was. I was like, I guess I'm gonna go buy Doom for $5, and I did. And that's the story.
They have games at Redbox.
They do.
They always have.
Oh.
It's like half games, half movies. Doom. Hey, what are you playing? I'm playing Doom. Yeah, just dooming it up, you know, being a real big doomer up in here. Just dooming it with my Doom. Getting my Doom on.
The Doomer shirts while playing this.
Doomer. Doomer, Doomer, Doomer. That's my Doomer song. Doomer. Doomer, Doomer, Doomer.
You need to make a rap about Doomers so we can sell more Doomer t-shirts.
Yo, Doomer,
Brand
Doomer,
integration.
Doomer. I'm a Doomer, ain't no boomer there. I'm a Doomer, ain't no boomer. Fuck you, Zoomers. Ain't got nothing to do but get Doom 2016 on my motherfucking peen. Gotta get it squirt in that shit.
Workshop that a little bit.
Do the Loomers come after the Doomers? No, the Zoomers come after the Doomers. The Loomers might come after the Zoomers.
Then we got the Kaboomers,
this
and then we got the Bloomers.
Look, this has been bothering me for a long time, okay? So, Generation X was the gen that came before us, right?
Correct.
Now, before them was the Baby Boomers. It was a long period. They called them the Baby Boomers because of the fact that there was just like a long period of economic growth in America where everybody was shitting out babies fucking constantly, right?
Fools, all of them.
Then there was Gen X, and they're called that because they're like the ones who were like disaffected and like, you know, they felt they'd grown up on TV and they were like meme lords, basically. They were the first generation of meme lords. And then the millennials came after that, but the other name for millennials is Gen Y. Now, immediately upon me hearing that they were calling it Gen Y, I thought, do you not see how this is going to run into problems very quickly when we hit Z and there's nowhere to fucking go? Does nobody acknowledge this?
Generation A1. Generation A2.
So Gen Y gives way to Gen Z. However, people are still calling them, by and large, calling them millennials, even though anybody who is actually a millennial should be at minimum like 23 by now. Like, millennial, that generation basically ends in the mid-90s because the next generation after that are kids who grew up with like, you know, with like pocket technology and computers and shit, and they're very different. They got a different mindset from us millennials.
Yeah.
Kind
of jealous.
So
they're closer to cyborgs, and that does kind of piss me off.
Because nobody's come up with a name for them, they've just been called Generation Z. Because nobody's thinking about this, I guess. Nobody's considering where this is going. That we're hitting a wall right now. And even Gen Z is now, like, is probably going to come to an end soon. Like the last babies born who will be considered Generation Z will be in the next couple of years because another generation will come after them. I'm thinking the AR gen is going to be the next one. Like, anybody who, like, has AR from the time they're, like, 6 or 7. And that could very well be kids being born right now.
God, that'd be so fucking cool.
Yeah, right?
Man, we fucked up.
Yeah. We fucked up by being born. Literally born in the wrong generation.
We really fucked up coming out of the dick at the wrong time.
Yeah.
I have double jump now, right? Yeah.
Did you just, like, skip to a later level, I take it?
No, I don't even recall where I am at this. Because, I mean, I beat this on PC first, so.
I see. But so you're just, like, randomly somewhere in the game right now.
I think I'm like the third way through at this point.
Okay. This game looks fucking beautiful.
It's insanely gorgeous. Like, and it's running at buttery smooth 60.
Yeah, the
on
60
base
looks amazing.
PS4.
You're not on base PS4. You're on
This is the base PS4.
Well, it's a Slim though.
Right, but it's the same hardware. It's just smaller.
Right.
Not a PS4 Pro is what I mean.
Digi after Gen Z, there'll be Gen Double Z. That would be fucking great. Fucking double Zeta. That'll be the worst generation in that case. But yeah, but like, that's where the meme of the because you have the Zoomers and then they're calling the Gen Z kids the Zoomers.
Why Zoomers?
Because it's funny. Because of boomers.
I don't like it.
Well, that's why we're the Doomers.
Yeah, Doomers is good.
I like the idea of Gen Z kids being called Zoomers because, you know, they're faster. They're faster than us. I think it's fair. But yeah, as I put it on the PCP, I think that's coming out.
I see one that calls them Generation Alpha.
Generation Alpha? Fuck that.
Yeah.
They should just all have unique names. Like, Gen X was not called that because it was alphabetically after the previous generation. They were called that because X is an edgy, like, they were supposed to be an edgy generation, hence Gen X, you know, like the mysterious, crazy Gen.
They're X-Men.
Call them Gen Alpha. And they're
That
already
sucks.
been born. They're already being...
That needs to stop. Gen Alpha is not cool.
I don't like.
We need to stop with this idea that it's just counting up, okay? It goes baby boomers, Gen Xers, millennials, and Zoomers.
This one calls them Zuckerberg's Army.
Zuckerberg's Army?
I'm not opposed to that.
Okay, so, you know, I was memeing about the Zoomers, but, like, the other name I would give them, that I saw somebody propose this, and I thought, I agree with it, that they should be called iGen. Because they're the kids who are born with iPhones in hand. So I like the idea that after the millennials is iGen. You know. But whatever. They're also the Zoomers.
It doesn't matter.
Generation Kuga. Isn't that a, is that an Ultraman? Kuga?
Kamen Rider Kuga.
Kamen Rider Kuga.
I mean, Kuga I think is just something. I don't think it's necessarily a Kamen Rider reference.
Right, well, I someone said they should be called Generation Minecraft. I was gonna say, I think it was on the PCP episode where I said that if Pokemon was if Gen 1 Pokemon was a huge part of your upbringing, then you are a millennial. If Minecraft was a huge part of your upbringing, then you are a.
We were talking Doomer versus Zoomer at that
right.
point, I believe.
Doomers are people who... I should say, you know what it should be? Not that if Pokemon was a part of your life, but if particularly the Pokemon card game. Because I feel like because Pokemon's continued over the years, and it's continued to be relevant.
If you went to Burger King to get Pokemon toys, you're a Doomer.
I think that might have come back a little later, too, but
not in the same way.
Definitely.
If you didn't have Pokemon trade days...
Yeah.
During the week at Burger King, if that wasn't your spot to meet up and get the hot shit, then you don't know.
Even I don't know about that.
Dude.
Meeting up there?
Yeah, dude, it was a big deal.
Dude,
Burger King would hold events every week where you go get new shit.
I mean, I did Pokemon League at Toys R Us.
I never did Pokemon League, which I missed out on the card game playing. Nobody in my circle of friends played, they just collected.
I didn't have something like a circle of friends at the time, but I did live in a cul-de-sac, so there were other kids. But, I have little brothers, you know, so me and Victor and my mom all played the card game. But, mostly we would go to Pokemon League to play.
Oh my god, did you see that?
What?
It's not happening anymore. The smoke, popped in. Immersion ruined. 0 out of 10. Worst game ever.
Amazing.
Disgusting. It's very weird playing this on the PS4 because I was just playing this on PC earlier, and so my brain is still in mouse and keyboard mode. Very odd.
Did you go to a music theater for a plastic ball with a plastic card in it? There you go. Yeah, definitely. I was born in 2001. People were still playing Pokemon TCG. Well...
Oh my god, 2001 people? Terrifying.
Being born in 2001 means you're 17 now, dude.
I don't want to think about that, man. That just reminds me that...
I mean, Munchie was born in 2000.
I know, I'm still stuck in a flesh prison. We don't have transhumanism yet. I'm going to die soon.
Not that close.
I don't know. Suicide's always on the table.
That's true.
It's always one bad day away, my friend.
Yeah. It's not just one bad day. You had one bad day 2 days ago. God, let us tell you of the litany of failure that was 2 days ago.
Oh, God.
So, first of all, there was Mega Man, and we played that for 4 hours, and it was miserable. We made one accomplishment, felt none. Then, because I got a new motherboard, RAM, and CPU to upgrade my computer at Tom's recommendation. They all showed up. Tom goes to build the computer. It's not working, and we can't figure out why. And the best bet is that we need a PS2 keyboard, a keyboard with PS2 connection, because of some bullshit with I still use Windows 7, whatever. So Tom's like, I have one of these at home, and he tried calling like the local places that sell technology, and they were like, what's a PS2 keyboard? And he's like, well, okay. So he's like, Tom's house is an hour away, so it's an hour there, an hour back. And so after the stream, he goes to go get it. I believe you said there wasn't one at your house.
Right.
So you had a friend, though, who had one. So you called him up, went to go get it from him. Got pulled over for rolling through a stop sign, I guess.
Yeah.
Didn't get a ticket.
Oh, God.
But
that's
then
the worst.
Then it starts downpouring rain, so he's grandmaing it all the way home. So it ends up being a 3-hour trip. While Tom's doing this, I'm continuing to play Mega Man 11, accomplishing nothing. So both of us are infuriated. Finally, Tom gets back. We plug in the keyboard. Immediately doesn't work. I mean, it's 3 hours for one moment of, oh, well, that was pointless.
Yeah.
So then Tom spends another 3 hours trying to figure out what the hell's wrong with the computer, and our best bet is either the motherboard doesn't work or there's an unknown compatibility issue, but we could not find any reports of anything like that online. So now I gotta send the motherboard back. And yeah, that's the litany of failure that was 2 nights ago. So if suicide was going to happen anytime soon, that would have been the night, I think.
I mean, I'm just so numb to computer things like that because it just happens all the time. There's always something stupid. Like the fact that I even knew, like, oh, I might need a PS2 keyboard, so I already did spend 15 hours doing that before, trying to fix someone else's computer, not knowing that was even a problem. Oh, Jesus.
Sorry. What fell? I don't even know. I was trying to make the mic arm less in my face, and I ended up making it more in my face.
Well, that's just how it works sometimes. Alright, we're gonna go...
Kirby is the best blowjob giver in the universe. I don't know, dude. I don't really think a blowjob is about just sucking inward continuously.
I mean, if that was the case, then we would just all be jerking off with vacuum cleaners.
Yeah.
Right, exactly. Just get the hose on there.
I mean, if you are, report back. Let me know how that works out.
Yeah.
But I'm not apt to try. Oh.
Yeah, I was about to say the same thing because I saw somebody said this is like a story from a cartoon, and I was like, oh yeah, Tom is Squidward. You do have the demeanor of Squidward.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. Not happy to realize that.
I mean, that's
it's like that Tumblr post where like
the best character, though.
When you realize you are Squidward.
Well, that's what Emp Lemon's whole video is about why SpongeBob is such an enduring series for our generation, that like most of us started off as SpongeBobs and then became Squidwards as we got older.
You either die the SpongeBob or live long enough to see yourself become the Squidward.
I don't know. I've never really I don't relate to any of the characters in SpongeBob.
You thought you didn't watch SpongeBob. How would you know?
Well, that's why I didn't like it. That's why I never really watched it. I'm Mr. Krabs.
A total fucking bastard who needs money constantly.
I don't really if that was true, I think I'd be more of a shill. I did
Mr. Krabs canonically fucks.
I did relate to Eddie from Ed, Edd and Eddy back in the day. I considered myself to be the Eddie of my group of friends. Not so much for the scamming, but just for the constantly leading people around kind of thing to do my bidding. What's going on? This cutie girl with the backpack, Nitori? Yeah, she's a cute. I don't know what game she's from. but I recognize it.
Toho, duh.
Got him. Got him good.
Thomas Squidward with a sexier nose.
Handsome Squidward? There was a whole episode where he becomes handsome.
I think I know about that. Doesn't he look like that Friendship is Manly video?
Sure. Not 100%, but like they say the general aesthetic is there.
Kirby is obviously made for vor. Okay, I grew up. One of my first exposures, my first exposure to most of the Nintendo characters was Smash Bros.
I thought you were gonna say was porn.
And so I knew about Kirby beforehand, but before I even played any of his games, I saw Kirby Right Back at Ya. And in that show, it is portrayed that inside Kirby's stomach is literally a universe. It's just an empty space full of stars that food just kind of floats around in.
Terrifying.
And so that's always how I've conceived of Inside Kirby. Is that there's
canon?
just a universe.
That show is canon, right? Munchie was saying that show is canon.
Munchie says that the show is canon.
Jesus Christ. What if we're all inside Kirby right now? What if our entire universe is in Kirby?
I'd believe it. Keyblade says, no regular Squidward, just with a sexier nose.
Oh. Give me a few more months at the gym, I'll get to be head of some Squidward.
Why don't I move the base of the mic onto the center of the frame so it doesn't face fuck me constantly? I'm not even sure. I don't know if I can. The way this is set up is very strange.
I have a rocket launcher.
Is this blocking your view now?
No, it's okay.
Okay. Yeah, alright, that worked out.
I don't have...
Apparently in Squeak Squad, the inside of him also looks that way.
Oh, God.
Kirby just became the House of Leaves of games. Sorry, what'd you say?
What do you think of Native Isekai?
Native Isekai? Oh, Jesus.
Sorry.
The Native Isekai meme, it's asking. It's hilarious. It's the funniest thing I heard today, I guess. Tom, are you familiar with the phrase Isekai?
Nope.
Isekai means another world. So when people talk about Isekai anime, it's ones where the hero goes to another world.
Okay.
But which is the biggest genre, for the last few years.
Jesus,
but the anime Goblin Slayer is coming out this season, and it looks like an Isekai anime, aesthetically, but it's actually just a fantasy show.
That
so
has
people
an aesthetic now?
I mean, they all look the fucking same. So yes, it now has the light novel aesthetic. It looks like a light novel, and most of the light novels are isekai. But this one happens to be an actual fantasy story, but because it looks so much like an isekai light novel anime, people are calling it native isekai as opposed to fantasy.
Dude, this bitch is destroying me. It's not even close.
I Am Game's opinion on 1993 Doom.
Love it.
Tom is a big Doom guy.
I am the Doom guy.
I mean, he's got a video coming out
in an hour.
As soon as we're done with this live stream,
as long
Tom
as
is going
I
to
figured
post
we watch
a video
it,
about
as
Doom.
long as you don't have any glaring issues with it, we'll just fucking post it.
Yeah. Tom literally finished editing it leading up to this live stream, I was beating a boss in CrossCode and making dinner, and you were making this Doom video. Literally minutes before we had to start. Which is incredible that this has gone as smoothly as it has.
We're getting
I
it,
think
dude.
we've just about
the only thing we
figured
have
out
to
what
do
the fuck is going on.
The only thing that's left to do is to get good at games, and then we're good.
Yeah.
That's really the only problem left.
I mean, I don't know if we've shown ourselves to be bad at games so much as just bad at Mega Man 11.
I mean, I beat Shinobi, so if anybody gives you shit for Mega Man 11, I'll just
Shinobi is Shinobi's probably considered harder than Mega Man 11. But like our problem with Mega Man 11 is that it's frustrating, you know.
Fuck you, buddy.
I mean, I consider myself pretty bad at games in general, but I've made it through some pretty hard games. I mean, I beat all the Souls games in like 20 hours apiece on my first try. But that's because I knew what to do, so, you know. I certainly wouldn't have been able to do that if I hadn't known. I shouldn't say on my first try, because I had tried to play Dark Souls previously and been... I'd made it to Blight Town. And, but I didn't give up. I just kind of forgot that I was playing it, because that's usually what I do.
It's kind of what I did with Bloodborne. I didn't say I was going to stop, I just did. Oh god, I backed myself in the corner. It was a bad move. Oh, I might be able to bring it back here though. I feel like Bloodborne's not a bad game. I could probably get back into it if I tried.
Bloodborne's a great game. It's one of my
I just have like super anxiety playing
top
Bloodborne.
2 favorite games of all time. Bloodborne and Dark Souls 3. I think aside from Dark Souls 2, which I consider to be an unplayable disaster, Dark Souls 1 might actually be my least favorite of the 4 that I like. Even though I don't think it's any worse, but like Demon Souls is the most like inventive and interesting. Like it probably has the most spark behind it. It's the one that feels the most like a totally unique experience that you'd never get from another game. But like Dark Souls introduces the like big sprawling open world, and that's great. But Dark Souls 3 is a lot prettier, and like on the one hand, I think Dark Souls 1 is, because you can do it in like a lot of different orders, and Dark Souls 3 is more linear. I can definitely appreciate why, if you're somebody who plays these games over and over again, Dark Souls 1 would be better. But considering that I'm not really somebody who plays over and over again, I prefer the experience of just getting to like have the tightest controls in the most beautiful world, which I'll get from 3. And then Bloodborne I love because, you know, it's got the most fun combat and the aesthetic is really cool. So like in the end, Dark Souls 1 might be the best game out of them, but somehow my least favorite of the 4. But they're all 4 like my favorite game of all time. Like they're all basically tied. If I were to make a top 10 games, it would be a real boring top 10 unless I just grouped all 4 of them together. Speaking of Dark Souls, I recently finished my first ever fully offline playthrough of that. I never thought Dark Souls could be easy for me, but damn, I got there. I always forget you can fucking summon people in those games, because it makes it so much easier that it's like... I don't know, it's weird. I guess because I came up around really hardcore gamers who... like whose mentality is, well, if you do that, like if you just do a thing that just makes the game easier, then you're not really accomplishing it, you know.
Which is the entire problem with Mega Man 11.
Right, exactly. Like that it's hard to feel a sense of accomplishment for beating it if I know that I'm just cheesing the game, you know. Even though, like, you know, unless you're playing it at soul level 1, then like you're always doing something to make the game easier for yourself. Like everybody draws their own line in the sand, and you shouldn't really listen to what anybody else says as their metric. But like for me, the idea of doing it online with a partner was just like, it just sounded uninteresting, you know. And granted, there's good arguments to be made about why that's a less fun way to play the game, just because like if the boss isn't concentrating entirely on you, then it does, you know, it just gives you so much more breathing time and so much more ability to cheese the boss that, like, I get, you know, I get that. But at the same time, when I did finally try playing with, like, with assistance, especially with just the in-game NPCs that'll help you on bosses, it's like, sometimes you just want to play the game for fun, and in those cases, it can be better to do that. Glad you found Crosscode Digi. I wanted to recommend it to you since I found it about a week ago. Seemed like you thing. Yeah, it's definitely my thing. I'm pretty far in. I just beat my 3rd dungeon. I would say the 3rd dungeon.
I didn't even unlock the next one because I wasn't on continue game. So I have to play that all over again to keep going. This file.
So you were on mission select?
Is retarded. Yep.
And you died? Is that what happened?
No, I beat it.
Oh.
But because I was on mission select and not on the campaign, it doesn't count.
That
so I didn't unlock
sucks.
the next level.
Well,
I mean, I don't care because
never
like
do mission select.
I've
guess.
played this game a million times. Like I've beaten it like at least 4 times by now. But this kind of gay.
Do you think you'll ever do a video on Angle Beast? I have nothing that
Angle
I think
Beast,
I would
Angel
say about
Beats. What's up?
it. It
Suck
is
my meat.
have you seen Angel Beats?
No.
Also known as Angle Beats, Angle Beast.
No.
It's a meme from one of my videos where I was taking this I was taking a bunch of like anime trivia quizzes on
Why am I in
Sporkle.
front of this?
You ever been on Sporkle before?
No. What the
It's
fuck
like
is Sporkle?
it's a site that lets you design your own trivia quizzes, and
Alright.
and so there's like hundreds of them that people have made. And I was taking a bunch of anime ones, but like there was one where I failed because the guy had spelled like half the names of the shows wrong, and one of them was Angle Beast.
Yeah.
And I freaked out.
we
when
need
I
to
saw that.
we need to make Angle Beast.
Yeah, you want an Angle Beast T-shirt? It's definitely been an enduring meme among my fans.
Look,
for like
all of your
the
memes
3
just
years.
need to be shirts. Like, do you not understand?
I would love that. I would love for all of my memes to be shirts, but I want them all to be like designed and not just like text. You know.
Well, of course, I would design something. I'm gonna do Ninja Suffering probably tonight.
That's a great.
I wanna have it-
What's your vision for
My
it?
vision for Ninja Suffering is something kind of it's a style similar to like a street sign, where
Uh-huh.
it's just
Okay.
like kind of a stick figure-esque version of Hatsuma in his like falling pose, but he'll be all black, just like a black silhouette,
Right.
like Stickman, but he'll have a red scarf, and he'll be in the falling pose with a little sad face, and there'll be one of those hexagonal platforms over his head.
I don't even think you need a sad face, but just one tear coming down his face would be great.
Yeah, something really simple like that. I'm just
Yeah.
gonna say Ninja Suffering. You know, like railroad crossing. I'm just
Yeah.
saying Ninja Suffering.
That's hilarious.
Oh, I'm on the next level. Okay, I actually am on the next level, not on the one I just did.
Who was the angle? Who was the beast? You decide. Crosscode is more like a faster Zelda with quests and levels than a true RPG. I don't know. It feels like an RPG. I don't think it's
People put way too much value into genre labels anyway.
true.
It's a video game. Just have fun.
Yeah. I mean, it's an action RPG. It plays like any other action RPG. Zelda is borderline an action RPG. I mean, I covered Zelda on my adventure action RPG show with the argument that it counts. So,
People say it's not an action RPG.
I mean, it's usually considered just an action adventure game, but
No,
like,
no.
because there's not a leveling system. You know?
mean, what is a leveling system? You know,
right,
like you get hearts and stuff, and you.
right. That's why I made the argument that
It's
that
just
it
not.
might as well
You don't
be
get
more.
them directly by getting XP. The XP
Right.
is more like
And I mean,
your
most
actual player experience. which
most
you earn.
old school action RPGs play exactly like it, just with a leveling system.
It's like the
so,
first action RPG.
in
You
a
go
way.
back far enough, unless you count like Adventure on the Atari.
But yeah, like
Oh, hi, Mark.
Crosscode plays very similarly to like Soul Blazer
Oh.
or any of that other shit,
Oh, hi.
but it's got like
Whoa, his buddy just killed his dude.
the way I'm gonna, because I already have planned like how I'm going to describe the game at the start of my video, which is that like it's a game that has a lot of It has a lot of
Should be moving,
influences
but I'm not.
that you like a lot of what you could consider obvious influences, but somehow
Okay.
doesn't play quite like anything else. And it's like the combat is probably most similar to like Hyper Light Drifter, but with like more of a twin stick shooter element that's kind of like Binding of Isaac. The dungeons are just straight Zelda, but are like way more thought provoking and difficult than a Zelda dungeon. The world exploration feels like Ragnarok Online got fused with like, I don't even know what I would compare the like weird platforming puzzles to, because the general overworld is kind of one giant platforming puzzle, and it's like labyrinthine in construction, but there's nothing else that quite plays like it. I mean, I guess Zelda is kind of similar, but I wouldn't, it's not like close enough for me to be comfortable making that comparison. Yeah, it's a fucking fascinating game. And then the story is like if Dot Hack was good and had like character focus instead of mystery focus. Damn, you got the Ragnarok Online vibes too, man. Good shit. Definitely. The music is super Ragnarok sounding. Like, I immediately got that kind of impression from it. Which is crazy because I don't know if the guy who composed it is even, like, he's apparently a super young guy because he started working on the Crosscode OST when he was in high school, and it's like his first soundtrack.
Jesus Christ.
But I mean, the game was in development for 7 years, so I don't know how old he is now. But yeah, it's fucking great. I like it a lot. I'm
Imagine being
definitely making a video about it.
in your early 20s and having something that good.
I mean, it's a soundtrack, you know. I've made like 25 albums. I don't know if any of them are as good as the Crosscode OST, but that's really a matter of preference.
I just have nothing to my name.
You say that. You say that.
Yeah.
You've done ass loads of art.
None of it's good.
In IYO. Alundra PS1 platforming, I've never played Alundra, but if that's similar, then I'm definitely curious about it. Give me a top 10 list of your top list. Do you mean like my top 10 lists or my top 10 games list? The desert music is Kino. My favorite is probably the... Well, I don't know if it's my favorite, but the Bergen music, I've spent so much fucking time there that it was like ingrained in my skull. I probably am gonna have to, like, I haven't decided if I want to 100% cross code or not, because like when I was like playing the first half of the game, I was like going total completionist and doing like every single quest, and then I started kind of getting burned out when I got to the desert, and I was like, you know, I just like wanted something new to happen, and then a whole bunch of new shit did happen, and that was really gratifying. And now I've had a few days off from it, and I'm like, I can't decide if I feel like the need to rush through it or if I just want to take my time, because like I want to talk about the game while it's relevant, but like no one else has covered it yet, so it's not like I'm competing with a whole market of videos about crosscode. Like I'm probably gonna be the first guy to make a real serious analytical review about it.
God, are there two of them right now? There are two.
Yeah, this is a pain in the ass fight. I remember taking a few tries on this room.
I don't remember there being one. But maybe one of the summoners spawned another summoner. Suppose that's possible.
I remember there being two. I remember this being a pain.
I don't remember any part of this game being a particularly
All
pain
of
in
your
the
top
ass.
10 lists. So the top 10 list of your top 10 lists.
That's a pretty...
I don't even know if I have 10 top 10 lists.
Did you ever do the thing...
I don't know if I have any effective top 10 lists. Do what thing?
Do you ever, like, get the power-ups after you're done? Like, you just don't even run into them during the fight?
Yeah.
I don't think I ever used a single power-up in the battle the first time going through this game.
I don't think so either. Like, it's just... The way I tend to play FPS games is, like, I I tend to like stay towards. Well, like, I guess Doom kind of necessitates you to move around a whole lot.
Yeah, you
but,
have
like,
to. You're fucked.
Yeah.
Like, you can die. In
Oh,
like
maybe
2
I did
seconds.
get power ups. I just kind of like just reacted to what was going on, and if I hit the power up, then I did.
Yeah, that's kind of.
I definitely was never like on the lookout for them or anything like
No,
that.
no. It's very weird. It gives the game kind of a Quake vibe, which is kind of cool.
I never played Quake.
Like all the sound effects for the power ups are the exact same sounds of like Quake 3 Arena.
I see.
Gotta piss again.
The only Dooms I've played are the original Doom and this Doom.
Doom
How do you
2.
feel about Doom 3?
I haven't played it enough to really say, but the flashlight thing is pretty annoying. It is not like this game at all. It is a horror game.
Yeah.
It is not a blatty blat. But it's pretty cool. I would play it. I think it's not. I think it's probably better than people remember it being. Because I know it has its.
People are telling me don't
fans.
wait too long on the crosscode. I mean, I'm not going to wait, like... We're talking about the difference between do I want this to come out in 2 days versus a week? Like, because... Yeah, like, I was kind of... I wanted it to be done before the start of this month. But, like, in order to do that, I would have had to really rush through the game. And it's like, I don't know how much I want to take my time and really savor it. But, like, I kind of got so over-leveled that I don't really feel much need to do more side quests. So, like, I don't know. And a lot of the side quests are, like, pain-in-the-ass challenge missions that, like, I feel like if I tried to do all the challenge mission quests, that would be, like, an entire day in and of itself of me just fucking failing over and over again to do some
Sounds like
precision
some Mega Man
platforming
11 level
shit.
bullshit.
Well, it wouldn't be quite as frustrating as Mega Man 11 because it doesn't send you as far fucking back. But you know, I mean that's usually when you try to 100% like a massive game like that. Whatever is the final challenge is gonna be something that is like as hard as the rest of the game combined. You know, so.
This is the best soundtrack and this song in the entire game. Is this level's battle theme? BFG Division, so good.
I tried to 100% this game, but it's very tedious. It's not
fun.
worth it. It's
like the
not
best,
the right way to play the game.
The best secrets in this game are when you find the guns early, but by the end of the game you have all the guns. So going back and finding the guns early is pointless. And then it's like the Doom Guy models don't give you anything cool. It's just like model viewer, don't care.
And the Doom Guy models are like in order to do it, you really have to just scour the level geometry of every level, and it's like the only way to do that comfortably is to just kill all the enemies. So like you'll run through an area, kill everybody, and then just be like running around in an empty place looking for something for fucking 20 minutes.
Yeah, it feels dumb.
And yeah, it's just like I kind of wish the enemies respawned in that case, you know, so that like I could break up the monotony by fighting sometimes.
It would be cool if the enemies would respawn and slowly kind of kite you to where the secrets are.
That would be interesting. Where do I go, by the way? Oh, that's right. There's fucking checkpoints on screen, aren't there? This game is fucking cool. I like. Oh, it's up there. Okay. I don't know why the marker decided to disappear right when I was like at the place. Press that one. All right. Oh, I'm a Doom boy. I'm a Doomer. I'm a Doom boy, Doomer. I'm a Mega Doomer. Was I supposed to be on that? Is that gonna come back down for me? Do I gotta ride this? Yeah. Oh, well. Probably should have got on that the first time. Nope, can't jump high enough. Did I fall all the way down? Yep. Yep! Good old Doom boy over here. Good old Doomer. Falling down platforms, not being able to get back up platforms. Platforming. Of course Tom decided to get up at the fucking platforming part. He was probably like, you know what? Fuck this. I'll let Digi do the fucking gay-ass platforming shit.
Has anybody in the chat ever played SPV3? You should. It's fun.
Here, I don't want to do this. This part sucks.
You're giving me the shit part, huh?
You gave me the shit part.
I had to go take shit.
I accomplished nothing.
God, I was there. I was in the bathroom for like a second, and the fucking controller's already like 20 degrees hotter.
Dude, my hands are clammy as shit, dude. I have the solar hands. Are you making a reference to Yakitate Japan, or did you even know about that?
Yeah, the dude who's like cooks shit and he has like solar hands so he can knead the dough really well and shit.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. I'm glad. Is Digi's epic list a form of media, and if so, does that mean he could put it on his epic list? No. I don't think it has. I mean, even if it is a form of media, I would not put it on my list because it is not entertaining to consume.
I really like how these levels are designed and such that if you ever get lost, just look for green. Green always tells you where to go.
The thing about all my epic lists is that the fun is in making them, so I rarely go back to them. Like, my list of all the games I've played and stuff like that are all horribly out of date because I never actually think about them. I just make them and forget. You gotta press it's stupid.
That's right.
And then you gotta wait for it to come all the way fucking down.
Yeah, that's fine.
And don't try to jump early and get impatient because that's what I did and fell down.
You have double jump.
I know. I just did it early because I was impatient as fuck. What's SPB3?
It is a mod for Halo 1 on PC. It stands for Single Player Version 3. And they basically added all the Halo 2 weapons and mechanics to the Halo 1 campaign and added a ton to a bunch of the levels.
You told me about it.
And upped the graphics and stuff, and it's really fucking cool. I like it a lot.
Now I gotta go pee.
Do it up.
Blech.
Do it, go. I'm just against Mark for no reason. I was just playing this a little earlier. Oh dear. I don't know if I can jump. I think I can. Oh dear. I could have made that jump. Could have made that jump, Mark. And done.
Boy. Oh shit!
That didn't sound good. Oh. I don't have any of the good weapon upgrades in this file for some reason. It's making this a lot harder. You don't have lock-on missiles. What are you even doing with your life? You know what I mean?
This is my least favorite room in this entire game, by the way.
Really? I think this one's really fun.
Just because of the platforming.
I mean, the platforming is fun, but for the fighting, there's so much space to move around and stuff. It's a lot of verticality. It's pretty cool.
I just hated having to wait all the fucking elevators and shit.
You do rocket.
There's certain moments in this game that piss me off because of the fact that the game builds itself on this conceit that it is just non-stop action, and then there's several wait behind a guy cutscene parts and slow moving platforming bits, and when I get to those parts I'm just you lied to me.
That ledge came out of nowhere.
Or came out of nowhere.
Brutal Doom's cool. Oh my god, I have tons of tokens and shit. No wonder I'm getting my ass blasted.
How tall is Thomas Olvey? Or Olive? Thomas Olive.
6'3".
Is your name actually Thomas?
Yeah.
Okay. I wasn't sure. I never heard your full name.
Oh, everything's locked on a goddamn rock and now and shit. Oh, double clamber.
I think I would prefer the original Doom because it doesn't waste your time like this game seems to love to do. I mean, if you like a game that's unfucking believably hard, then yes.
The original Doom?
Yeah, Doom's hard as fuck.
Not super hard.
I could not get that far in Doom.
The only thing that sucks about the original Doom is that there are a lot of maze-like moments in it. Because every level you gotta find 3 keys.
You get lost in the maze for like 15 minutes, and then you get killed at the very end by a fucking trap thing where like 5 guys spawn at you, and you fucking instantly get killed, and you have to do the whole thing again. And it's gay.
Doom's pretty fun. Brutal Doom's the best. Play Brutal Doom or Project Brutality. Plug my video coming out.
Yeah, I mean, for anybody who's wondering what this Doom video that we've got coming out right after this stream, Tom made a video about comparing, I guess we'll say comparing the game feel of this game versus Brutal Doom.
Yeah.
Results may surprise you.
I kind of did that a little bit in my actual Doom review that I did on my actual channel when this game came out.
I fucking forgot you did that, and you totally did.
Yeah, I'm just kind of expanding.
It was like a long video, wasn't it?
It was. I actually put effort into that video, and it blew up like 6 months ago when it came out on the Switch, and everyone's like, "You're really gay." I'm like, "Shut up."
Why would they say you were really gay?
Because I was playing with a controller because I had my PC hooked up to my big TV, and they were all like, "Mouse for the win, you faggot." I'm like, "You're all watching this because it came out for the Switch, you fucking cunts. I will kill all of you."
Mouse and keyboard, literally never.
No, I like mouse and keyboard. But, like, the funny thing is that, like, some other people were giving me shit, like, you're playing it on 720p? Like, why? I'm like, because my TV's 720p. Sorry.
Yeah.
It's like, not all of us are made of money with our GTX 1080s and our 4K panels, you fucking privileged ass munchers. Oh, they taunt me.
Any desire or openness to get into webcomics, Digi? Some have music, so that's one plus over other stuff. A lot of them are created by indie people doing whatever they want. I mean, I grew up on webcomics. I used to read Mega Tokyo and Sluggy Freelance.
Oh man, Mega Tokyo.
And XKCD and Saturday Morning Breakfast Cereal.
Gimme.
And you know, I read Ben's comics. I've read all of Homestuck. Well, almost all of Homestuck. Which is considered by some to be a webcomic.
Health or ammo? Always ammo. This game does not give you enough ammo in the beginning. Like, you have to put all your upgrades into ammo first or you're fucked.
I've read a bunch of other, like... I read a whole lot of webcomics back in, like, 04, but I don't remember what any of them were, because most of them were terrible.
Control-Alt-Delete, man.
As for, like, whether I'd get into new ones today, I mean, like, if someone I knew and trusted recommended me a really good one that they liked, I might check it out. Seems like the vast majority of them are kind of cuck shit. So...
yeah, that culture is really prevalent in the art world.
Yeah.
It's hard out there being a red-pilled artist, let me tell you.
Do you consider yourself red-pilled?
Yeah.
You're more black-pilled.
You think so?
Yeah.
Like, red pill is usually more like women are all evil kind of shit.
I mean...
black-pilled is like the world is a conspiracy and,
why not both?
and I know the answer.
I'm a red and black OC pill, because both of those are true. I don't know if I can make that jump.
Always Human is a great Yuri sci-fi rom-com. I don't really like go in search of Yuri anymore because it's pretty common and I'm not like impressed with it as a concept like I was when I was a kid. I was super into Yuri because like I like was just looking for that kind of story, and there wasn't a ton of it, and now it's everywhere, and I get it, and I feel like I've got the point, and I'm kind of over it. So like, I don't feel myself that like drawn to Yuri the way I once was.
What a shame. Oh.
Yeah, I mean it gets like, at the end of the day, whether or not a Yuri story is good just depends on it being a good story, you know. So like, I'm not necessarily more predisposed to going straight for Yuri. But that reminded me that another good webcomic is one called Strong Female Protagonist. Which is about, it's like a superhero comic about, you know, girls got super strength. But it's kind of like Watchmen-esque. I guess I would put it somewhere like in the gap between Watchmen and Venture Bros, though it's more dramatic than funny.
I died. Okay.
I can't wait for Take 10 Paces and Draw in 2020.
Yeah.
Well, you can all grill Ben about that tomorrow.
Why'd he even make the trailer if it wasn't coming out anytime soon?
Your guess is as good as mine, my dude.
I still have not remembered to film the like 2-minute thing that Munchie needs from me for stealing your dad's live action. I don't know if they're like waiting on me for that, but I just have to record myself rapping into the camera.
A new song or an old?
No, the song, the OP.
Oh, that makes sense.
But it's really hard to do, so it's a really hard rap.
How long have we been going for? I feel like I've been here forever.
2.5.
Alright, it's not that bad. I still feel like I played Mega Man 11 longer than any of these other games.
Speaking of webcomics, have you ever heard of Kill 6 Billion Demons? I think I've seen the name before. There's not a lot of like webcomics whose art style is like immediately appealing to me because they're not anime enough. They look too much like Western people.
What's wrong with that?
Well, you know, Western people are not pretty.
You're fucking racist.
Yeah, I was going to say.
Yeah.
Goddamn weeaboo.
What about Snot Girl?
Snot Girl is cool. It's not a webcomic though.
It's Tumblr art.
It's not Tumblr art. It's just regular comic book art, I would say. I guess it's close to Tumblr art.
Yeah, yeah.
But not, I don't think it's, I would not call it Tumblr art. Tumblr art is all about the blush on the cheeks. That's what like denotes Tumblr art to me, is that weird like nothing has an outline and the cheeks are kind of blushy kind of look. Tom, has there been any art that you've gotten down for lately?
Jesus.
Is anything good anymore?
There's good stuff.
Nexus Mania.
Nexus's art is good, but I mean like narrative art.
He has a webcomic right now.
Does he have a webcomic? Is it good?
It's in tons on Twitter.
Yeah, he's doing a webcomic for Inktober, doing one every day, and I
Oh.
retweeted a bunch of them. They're pretty good. I do like it. He was
I
saying he
didn't
was
know.
gonna quit it if not enough people
I know,
reblogged
what
it.
a fucking bitch.
And I was like, no, dude. So I just like reblogged one
Yeah, I
and
did too
retweeted.
immediately after that. I
And I'm
retweeted
like-
all the shit.
I'm like, this was probably the plan all along to play all of us, and
I
it
mean,
worked.
It is. I know him, and it is.
I lost a little bit of respect for you, but the comic's really good, so I still like you overall. Just kidding. It's not a huge deal, but come on, dude. You got this. You don't need to beg.
I think
let your artwork beg for you.
I think he's in a similar position too, and I've seen like a lot of artists who are this way, where until they have achieved like a certain level of success, they will always be down on themselves regardless of how obviously quality their art is. You know?
I mean, the problem is if you let that fester, like I have, it's never gonna go away.
Don't be a top.
Yeah, don't be a Squidward. Actually, I guess Squidward's the opposite. He like thinks he's great and he's shit.
The funny thing is that like everyone has like a metric of what they're comparing themselves against. Like, I mean, there's some people who are just like, as long as I can make enough money to live, then I'll feel like this is all justified. But like, I feel like everyone just kind of chooses like a totally random baseline of who they're comparing themselves to, and it's not healthy, man. Like, getting to that guy is not going to change anything.
No.
Like,
you have to like change your thinking instead of your ability.
Yeah.
No matter what, you'll still be gay. You can't change it.
I mean, what you really just have to do is you have to accept that whether or not you're good has nothing to do with if you'll be successful, and that is just the case.
It's
like,
very true.
your
and
success
very
is
unfortunate.
entirely based around there's a lot of factors that can contribute. It's never just one thing, and like, yeah, there are people who are good who succeed, and some of them are successful because they're good, but also because they got lucky and people found out about them. Like, nobody just makes something good and then all of a sudden everyone loves them, because like, you have to get found, you know? And not everybody has to market themselves super hard, because some people get lucky and they're just friends with the right person, you know?
Yeah,
like,
I mean, that's the whole thing. Like, that's something I have to keep... Oh, fuck you. I have to keep telling myself is that, like, it's... Your stuff... Like, so much of it isn't, like, your stuff isn't good enough. It's just that, like, the right person hasn't retweeted it yet.
Exactly.
And it's, like, infuriating, but it's also just the way it is.
And you just need to...
There's no changing.
Like, the sooner you accept that, the sooner you can work around it, because you can say, okay, well, if marketing is all that matters, let me make stuff that's marketable, and, like... Or you can say, let me market the stuff I make in a way that people will pay attention, or, like, let me try to get my stuff into the hands of people who will like it, because, again, nobody's going to find it for no reason. You're not just gonna... You can't just post your art on Twitter and expect that people who are gonna like it will just find it, because nobody is out there searching for shit, you know? Like, you have to put it in front of their fucking face.
Like, people have said that, like, marketing is, like, 90% of it, and it's true. In fact, they might be underselling the importance.
Yeah, I think they are underselling the importance of it.
God, I hate this. Come on.
My Japanese teacher today spent like 15 minutes talking about all the different kinds of nerds there are in Japan, because we had just learned the word otaku, and she wanted us to be aware that it also means nerd. I swear this was relevant a few minutes ago when I started typing. I don't know how it could have been, though. That's funny, though. There's train otaku, anime otaku, you know, there's Fujos. There's weapon otaku, yeah, for sure. Survival game guys. Those rune trials seem just like the things from Bayonetta. Yeah, they are like exactly the same thing. Nerd is such a great.
There's a lot of games who've done things like that. It's not exactly a mind-blowingly new idea.
Yeah, but like they look the same. Like the same runes are in Bayonetta.
Oh, well, it's probably just like a font you can just get.
What the fuck is up with Dig Big's voice? Do you mean Big Dig? Big Dig's just got a deep voice, man. He's just a big man.
Big.
If you want to know the story of Big Dig, you need to watch Big Dig Volume 2, the video that I think I posted on the Modal Soul Productions channel. I don't remember, but it was the story of Big Dig 2 and how he came to exist. Or, well, the album was Big Dig 2, but it was like the origin story of Big Dig. And you can see what he looks like. Because he's just like he's a big dude with a white hair and a top knot. Who is the Samurai Nig. What's the next game for IM Games after Mega Man 11? We haven't really discussed it yet.
Yeah.
I've been, like, so our mentality was, again, as we've talked about, like, either, like, cult favorites that haven't been talked about enough or brand new, super relevant games. And, like, there's not really much coming out. Like, on the 19th, Soul Calibur 6 is coming out, which I'd really like to play and cover. But that's a while off. And Tom was working on this Doom video, but he's done with that now. And I've been working on a Crosscode video, which I should be able to finish soon because I had to take a break from it to do Steins Gate. But since I ended up getting 4 whole videos out of Steins Gate 0, I don't really have to do much else this month other than whatever I want. I also want to start working on a personal creative project that will not see the light of day for an eon. Because M. Strange inspired me to get back in the saddle and work on real art.
Good.
And I feel like I'm somebody who has a lot of hashtag real art talents that are just that have gone underappreciated because I undersell myself, and like I kind of treat my personal stuff as like, oh, you don't want to look at that, you know, like to my friends and colleagues and stuff, I'm just like, oh, you know, it's just what I do in my spare time. But like the people who actually do like that stuff, they like it a lot, so I should take it more seriously.
Are we done? I don't feel like playing this anymore.
Yeah, we can be done. We can be done with the stream if you want.
The sooner we're done, the sooner the actual video goes up.
Yeah, alright. Well, this stream was pretty random and slapdash because we found out that Ben was going to do Mega Man for us.
What
so
a shame, the one time there's no problems. The stream is not worth the no problems.
Yeah, well, you know, we're doing 3 of these a week, so I don't expect them all to be fucking, you know, to all be the Shinobi Part 3 stream, you know. I don't know how I'm going to break the, like, how I'm going to label this on the channel when this gets uploaded. Like, I guess it'll go in the Mega Man playthrough / Guilty Gear / Doom randomly. But hey, look forward to, I guess I'll just leave it on, like, it doesn't need to go in any playlist. We didn't accomplish anything in these games.
Yeah.
Alright, well, as soon as this is over, go check out the fucking Doom video coming out on the channel right away. Like, well, it'll probably be like 10 minutes, because I have to watch it and then we have to write in all the information and stuff.
Yeah.
But,
well, it also has to be uploaded and rendered and everything. So
oh, I didn't know you hadn't rendered it yet.
I haven't even gotten that far yet.
Alright, well, okay. Within
be
like an
couple
hour,
hours.
there might be a new Doom video on the channel. And then, yeah, look forward to, I'm going to probably get my Crosscode video out by the end of the week, if I can. And then tomorrow we're going to have Ben beat Mega Man 11. I already know, like, I already have a good idea for a video about Mega Man 11, but I feel like it'd only be fair if I've at least seen the entire game before I do it.
Who knows how much gayer the Wily stage could be to make it even worse.
Well, I mean, I don't really want to talk about, like, the gameplay so much as just the weird mechanics by which it tries to be, like, the weird ways that it tries to make itself easier without just addressing the elephant in the room of the fucking live systems, you know?
Right.
After that, though, what, I don't know, should we decide right now what's going to be the next big IM Games game? We could go back to Time Splitters, potentially.
It is definitely an option.
If you want to play.
Should we just
those.
like post on the Twitter a picture of all those games and be like, what do you want to see?
That's a good idea, but I mean, we're gonna get like the most random spattering of answers. Like, it's gonna be all kinds of shit.
Well, we can gain some general.
Yeah, we can
insight,
find out what stuff people are curious
and whittle
about.
it away.
Alright, we'll do that. We'll take a picture of Tom's game wall as well as my game wall, and we'll post them on IM Games, and you guys can let us know. Should we form a Discord for this?
Yeah.
Alright, we'll also make a Discord. Chantilly's. I already made a video about Chantilly's. Nobody watched it. Alright. I'm stopping this fucking stream.
Get out of here, you
I
animals.
forget I have to do that. Like, I have to make it happen. Bye.
Be the games you want to see.
Be the games you want to see.